Hey, welcome to Check Out the Rileys. Somebody decided they needed to go to the CR right when this was coming on. Turn this down here. If you guys don't know Yenny, go over and check her out. She's having a premiere. Let me try to show her there. I don't know if it's showing her. The commercials are in the way. Yanni Amodia, we're here with you. We didn't skip the
Hello.
ads. Hey, welcome in, welcome in.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you guys for coming in. Can you guys hear us okay? Make sure you let us know. We are you know how it is. Every time we go live, there's always
Something.
something going on. Welcome in, Tim. Welcome in,
Franceschi. Hello, Franceschi.
McGee Eastlands. Welcome in, our friends. Yes, Franceschi, Joe, and Jeannie Journey. Hope everything's going okay, brother.
Sound is good. Thank
Loud and
you.
clear. Good. Well, we hope it continues. Get past the first few minutes here. People put stuff all up in my space. Just wanted to stay out of my way. All right, there. So,
We decided to do live.
yeah, we decided to go live. Why?
Just watch our.
Yes,
Also,
Joe. Welcome in, Joe and
greeting.
Jeannie. Yes. So again, we're
Hello,
uh,
J3.
we're watching Yanni's. Looks like she's doing the unboxing. Uh, time to get going. Our friend
It's also
Bobby is also live. Um, so we understand if people cut in and out and all that kind of good stuff. It's all good. We're friendly.
it's
Well,
fine with us.
we promote other channels too, so we know how it is. But
Gracie Cheesy.
hey,
Hello.
is it cheesy in the house? What's happening? What's happening? Had a huge knot today in my beard for some reason. I think I went.
Is it still there?
I brushed it and brushed it, and I think I got it out.
It's good.
I hate when my hair gets all knotty. Sound like my wife. 1,000 strokes and right. Anyways, we wanted to go live. Did you invite somebody to come over?
Yes.
Did you tell them we're live now?
Yes. But I think he said, give me a signal to come on.
Okay, tell them. I don't know what that means. We're trying to have a special guest in here tonight, so somebody that hasn't been on in a minute. So yes, he's been in hiding. But we'll see here. Oh, Yenny got a new phone. That's what it is. Wow, a Huawei like me. Well, it's not the same one. Mine's old. Yes,
Yeah, I just messaged her.
no problem. But thank you guys for coming in. We'll try not to. We'll probably not be on here too crazy long tonight.
Yeah,
Not super short, but not crazy long either.
yeah. Like crazy long, like 1 hour and
And a half.
just 1 hour. Not unless people be coming up and
Yeah,
talk to us.
well, maybe.
Who knows, right?
Who knows? Who
Like
knows?
I had a live stream. I posted a live stream, right? And then it says quickest live stream, but it went to not the quickest.
That's right, Tim.
So 3 hours tonight. And then
Yeah, that's how it is. If you say
we're
you're going to do a short one, it's going to be a blockbuster.
there's uh like it's just like buy one get one or 20% off, right? There's a catch. If there's nobody here, then that's the quickest live stream ever. That's what I mean.
Yes, indeed. So I,
Go ahead.
uh, uh,
Rather not say it.
yeah, I thought of something and it's not.
That's good. Sometimes it's good.
Sometimes I catch myself
That's
before I say
good.
something
That's good.
stupid.
I think that's good.
Anyways, did you want to send this out?
So people
There you
don't
go. There's that.
haven't been too active last few weeks.
Is that on YouTube or in general? 'Cause we haven't been out that much in the last week or so, right?
I've been watching the
No, I'm
live.
talking about like outside the house and stuff.
Yeah. We will pretty soon, and then we're gonna get fired and then come home and stay home.
So we have plans for 4th of July. We're going to go to the beach. But before that,
It's my mom's birthday.
so we're going to go to the beach for that as well. So
Another beach resort
we got two beach outings scheduled.
to bake
Two beaches.
and to do it. So, oh, you said we're gonna sing duet. Are you sure you want Franceschi? We only have 3 people in the
And we're trying to get
background.
watch hours. So
I don't think that's a good idea, Franceschi. We might pass for now.
she'll play the guitar.
Not right now. I mean, maybe next live stream I could.
Oh, you'll practice and then play it.
Yeah,
I'll play the guitar, but it's going to be fake.
I was stressing about the girl becoming an angel. Oh, totally
I
understanding.
understand.
It's
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
Sana all. Wow, sana all. Sana all not to sing? What do you mean?
She don't want to hear singing.
She, she just said it and then take it back or something.
Hey, welcome in, J3.
Hello,
What's up?
J3.
And not a whole lot, just trying to stay cool. It's been warm over here for the last few weeks.
Yeah. How hot has it been getting?
Well, today's gonna be upper 80s, like almost in the lower 90s.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's gonna be mid 90s, with heat indices up around 110.
Wow. That is a hot one. Yeah. Yeah, it's been warm here recently too. Pretty warm. So it's we've been staying in the house a little more than normal this week. Right?
Mhm. So hot, like man, to go out, you be
Sweat instantly, huh?
right.
Yeah. So, any big thunderstorms or anything roll that way then? Since it's usually, I know when
Or
it's
we've got scattered thunderstorms the next couple days.
yeah. Well, usually when it gets that kind of heat index, it gets thunderstormy.
Kingley, hello, Kingley.
Hello, KAE Sports Talk. Welcome in, welcome in. The Pacers did not pick up Kai Soto today, unlike many of us was hoping. I was hoping. So that's the 7-footer from the Philippines, who declared for the NBA draft this year. He did not get drafted. So there's next time. The summer league or something. He still can get in, but
Who's to say he's not going to be picked up during the off season too?
yeah, that's it.
Why is it Soto's not?
Well, there's parts of his game he needs to work on, and he's kind of thin. He needs maybe bulk up a little bit.
He's young.
Yeah, he's young though. So
I can't stay on too long with y'all.
no problem, my friend. We're just happy to see you and hear from you. Hear that you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm doing as good as can be expected.
Yep. I understand, my friend. Is anything else going on? As far as the wife over here in the Philippines, anything happening out that way? And
Oh, we've got a bit of news to come out, but not yet. We're going to wait for for it to unfold before we announce anything.
No problem. I totally understand. It's sometimes it's better to let it happen before you tell everybody it's going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said I am okay if he comes back to Australia for another season.
Yeah. Yeah, you got all his jerseys and stuff, so I think he's got 3 jerseys. King, you have 3 of his jerseys, right? If I could get a hold of a bootleg one, I might have one too.
What, do you need about a 6X, Bill?
Philippine size about 6X, maybe 7X if I want to breathe a little bit. Uh, American size, I wear about a 3X, but in a jersey, I would take about a 4 just to keep it a little loose, right? So I could put like an undershirt and then wear it when I wanted to. Yeah. Very good, very good. See your sweet face.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys aren't connected with Yenny yet, go get connected to her. We're actually watching her. We're in her background. She's just going off here. She was had a premiere tonight, so I show you the screen when it's up.
We sell sublimation jersey on Lazada and Shopee, meaning knockoffs.
Yeah, simulation. Yeah, I just wonder how the size run on them though. Because if it's like shoes and simulation, other stuff here, the stuff size wise don't do right.
Yeah, it's not like I think we don't trust Lazada and Shopee. I tried buying underwear like
They
4XL.
were 5X, and they did not even fit
4
me.
5XL, yeah. So, no.
Too much rice, Bill.
Is that what it is?
Must be.
That's why I'm not losing. That's for sure. Yeah, it's hard to lose weight when you eat well. Right, Mars?
Especially when you got a good wife that cooks.
Well,
No, he just don't want to walk, exercise.
What?
He used to have he used to walk every morning, but recently he stopped. So
Recently? No, I've stopped a long time.
recently
Recently.
he stopped, so he's gaining. Oh,
Yeah.
before you got sick, right? You kept getting sick,
Yeah, yeah.
and then now he's doing okay still. I hope Tim Diziak is close here. I'll be like, I'll corner Tim and say, Tim, bring him with you.
To the gym?
Yeah, good takeout.
Yeah, that's right.
NBL stores do ship to the Philippines, but it might take a whole season before you get it.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I haven't tried it though. I think I seen people doing it. Ano daw, underwear. Yeah, Francesca, underwear. Opo, nagbili kasi ako tapos di kasya.
Well, it's good to see y'all live over here instead of over on TikTok.
Yeah. I go live on TikTok, do it by
He,
myself
yeah,
and
he does it all
just
the
to sing
time.
and stuff.
I just talk to him of to do live. Hey, we need watch hours. Come on. Maybe after this, he'll do TikTok live again.
Yeah, I'll be over there singing later tonight.
Is it big? Oh,
The underwear?
maybe big legs.
Yeah. The underwear that we ordered, there were 5X and they felt like a SME. They were pretty small. They were they were choking. I couldn't breathe when I put them on.
Couldn't bring maybe because it's so tight.
Yes.
I'm still learning what does ano mean. Ano means what?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Ano daw? What daw?
What does I know mean?
Yeah, but means ano daw is like asking somebody, "Hey, what did he say?"
What?
Maybe daw is did. What did he say?
And it
What did
depends.
Well, it
what?
depends on if it's Visayan or Tagalog.
Right.
But Francesca is Ilocana, so Tagalog.
So she's what, Ilocano?
Uh-huh.
So she speaks what they speak here in town?
What?
What do they speak?
Ilongga. Ilonggo. Ilocano is Papa's
Different.
language.
Hey, there he
Oh,
is.
Mercy, it's Bam. Holy
Yes.
cow. Hello, POD.
Welcome in, POD.
Thank
The big
you.
dog. The big dog's in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear the dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear the dogs.
Yeah, son went out to feed them, of course. If you'd like to come up too, POD, come on. We're supposed to have another special guest coming up here in a few. I think he's got to do his makeup or something, but we'll see.
Well, I'm going to get out of here, Bill. I got to get a few things done.
Hey, no problem, my friends.
Thank you, J3, for
hanging out with us,
Yeah.
coming up. Always
Well-
appreciate you.
Good morning from Middle America. That's for Darren, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Middle America, yeah.
oh,
All right, push up mics. Can you still hear us?
hello.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Hi, Mercy. Hi, Bam.
Hello.
How are you doing?
My feelings are hurt. J3 took off on me. J3, I did take a shower.
Well, he was
What?
already talking about getting out of here before you even tried to pop
Yeah.
up. So
Yeah. no big deal. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of get elbowing them a little bit on the way out the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
So did
How
you go ahead? Sorry.
I was gonna say, how is Davao today? No volcano erupting or nothing crazy going on today?
Mm, not that I'm aware of.
Hey,
Of course, I haven't been following the news,
yeah, me neither.
and I didn't feel the ground shake.
Right,
I mean, not beyond anything normal. The
right.
ground shakes
Normal
when I
shakage.
walk. Yeah,
Right, right.
but
Oh,
yeah. Anyway,
Tim wanted
there
to
was.
know though if you used soap this time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I managed to work that in.
Yeah.
There was a huge motorcade, police motorcade, uh, yesterday evening in Davao.
Wow.
Huge, the biggest one I've seen so far.
Was Sarah back in town or something?
Either her or the old man.
Yeah.
Can I say the old man now? I probably shouldn't.
He's still kind of powerful, so I wouldn't be saying too
Yeah,
much about
that was a compliment, though.
it. Right.
You don't get to be that age by being stupid, right?
Right.
Right. So no, but it was a huge motorcade. It was one of the two, you know. I kind of surmised that one of the
Yeah.
two. It was just way too big for the mayor. It didn't have mayor written all over it.
Right. Right. Now,
I've seen.
have you seen a mayor when Sarah was down there in her motorcade? Have you seen her driving around before?
No, yeah. Oh, I mean, I've seen Sarah when Mom Sarah when she was a mayor, and she
Yeah.
never had a motorcade that big.
Yeah.
And neither did um, Rodrigo Duterte when he was the mayor. He never had a motorcade that big either. This was huge. This was like 50 to 60 police vehicles and at least 100 police officers on the streets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Captain. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, Captain Billy Jack.
Yeah, it's when she was campaigning, she came to town here, and I seen her motorcade then, and it wasn't that big. It was only about three cars thick, plus the local the local people that was with her. So yeah, it wasn't very big. I mean, I seen the actual vehicle she was in.
Wow.
Of course, we gave her a honk and waved, and thanked her
Cool.
for not locking us down while she's in town. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm excited. You know, I won't delve into politics, but
Right.
I'm excited for what's happening. I think it's going to be good. I think it has good potential.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll
it's
just
it's way better than the alternative that was trying to get in there, and
yeah.
I was sweating.
Yeah.
I
Somebody
was
asked
sweating.
me, you were sweating it out.
Yeah. Well, if somebody else had gotten in there, the rumors that I heard that person was planning to do some stuff, and
Uh,
it was going to make it kind of ugly here. So
huh. Yeah. They can do all they want, and nothing's going to happen. Hi, everybody, and check out the Riley's chat. Hello.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've been catching them all as they're popping in, but um, might have missed somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim says about the exchange rate.
Yeah.
54.7 this
The
morning.
dollar is killing it.
Yeah.
But does it really matter? I mean, gas has gone up, food has gone up. Every time, back when things were normal, um, when what people forget is that, and I did too when I first got here. What we have to remember is when the dollar is stronger than the peso under those normal conditions, like
Uh,
4 or 5 years ago.
right.
We got to remember when the peso loses power, inflation hits, and then the groceries go up. So
Right.
basically, the money that you're getting at the ATM machine, you're just giving it right back to the clerk at the grocery
Right.
store. I
Right.
would
Right.
rather have it kind of balanced and
Yeah.
with consistency. You
Right.
know,
Yeah. I like it better when it's, if it's at the 4950 area. That's the ride that I'm used to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's the ride that's a little more smooth. When it goes up over
mm,
50, then that's when it gets hurting. Even though
yeah,
it's better, if you're cashing it in right then.
yeah.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
Somebody wrote peso is high now. It's good for us, and well, right now it's not. The
Yeah.
peso is at an all time, like from what I saw, an all time low. You can go back years. This is the lowest it's sunk in quite a long time. So the
Hey,
peso is not good right now. Hey,
Look at that get itchy person.
What's up, guys?
What's
how are you?
happening?
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
You're
I
looking
don't know.
pretty good too. You
Cracking.
got a nice little haircut going on.
Oh yeah, man. I finally cut it since the last time I cut it in the Philippines. Actually,
Yeah,
I've been so busy, man.
yeah.
POD, what's cracking, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Doing good.
Good to
I mean,
see
it
the
could
three
be
of
better.
you.
My wife could be here, but other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that, pretty good.
Well, hey, you had somebody that knew what she was doing. Uh, she'll be there, but she'll be home for Christmas. You can count on her.
Jen's family. Yep.
Man,
54.92. Yeah.
I think that's one
Wow.
of the
Hi, Jen.
first POD singing on live stream. I hope
Uh
somebody
oh.
recorded that.
Uh oh. He's gonna
Oh
be
my.
on TikTok with me singing pretty soon. I used to say I'll never sing.
Hmm. Yeah, it's almost 55. Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I have noticed something. It'll go up. When it does go up, it goes up uh, when we let's use the USD. Okay, I'll talk about us Americans. It'll
Yeah.
kind of when we get paid, it kind of goes down a little bit.
Right.
So if you just hold, you're a little patient and kind of wait for another week before you go and start cashing in your money.
Right.
Getting your money out. Just be patient for about a week or even a week and a half and let it creep back up again and then hit it. It
Mhm.
kind of goes down. I notice a little bit around payday.
Right. It's me. Welcome in. What's up,
Brian.
Brian?
Hello, Brian.
Ah, haven't seen a video to see if you're in your new truck yet, Brian, but congratulations. We've been trying to keep up with y'all.
It will get up to 56.
Yeah,
56, huh?
yeah, they're projecting.
Yeah, I can't remember the highest any time that I've been here. I know it was
40
le-
something.
yeah, first time I came here was in the low 40s. It might have been 30s, high 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, it was when I came here almost 8 years ago. It was sitting at about 42.
yeah.
So
Yep. Thursday is the best day. Sitting in Mike's truck right now. Awesome, awesome. Waiting on the first load. Very cool. It's me. Yeah.
So
Very cool.
what is gas at for you guys now?
One arm, one toe, and a half a leg per liter.
It's about right.
I think here local, it's right about 90 for diesel and about 87, 88 for unleaded.
Do you guys know why it's more expensive for diesel there? Like in Hawaii, diesel's more expensive because the production of diesel actually competes with the production of jet fuel. It's almost the same process. And we
Right.
sell so much jet fuel because so many planes come in that's why our diesel's higher. But I don't know about you guys. I don't know why it's high there.
Used to be diesel was cheaper.
It
It's
usually
always.
is, even in the
You
states,
know?
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Indiana, the diesel was more expensive than regular.
Mm.
Oh, I thought maybe it had to do with the weather because I know power plants they run more diesel in the winter, so the prices are higher in the winter.
Yeah. The highest I saw for diesel here in Davao, the highest one, but it was abnormally high. It was 93 at one
Jeez,
gas
man, that's
station. It was
crazy, dude.
93. And then I saw some 90s, 91s. But now I see if it's not 90, it's sitting at about 88 on
Jeez,
average.
man, that's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, just quick figure, we're probably paying about $8 a gallon,
Yeah.
for diesel.
Well, the saving grace with diesel is it's better. You get better gas mileage with a diesel, right? It's more efficient.
Right.
Yeah.
$4.50. Yeah,
Wow,
we pay about $5 here for regular and like $5.20 or so for super. And I don't even look at what the diesel is because I don't have a diesel engine, so I don't even look.
Yeah. You know what they do, you guys, Mercy, Bam, and H2H, you guys in the chat. You know what they do? It's like anything else. They jack the prices up and they desensitize you to it. And you're paying it because you don't have a choice. And then when it drops from say like 90 to 86, you would think you're getting a bargain. Oh wow, it's 86, let's shoot in here. And you're all happy and giddy because you don't have to pay $8 a gallon. You get to pay maybe $7.20 a gallon.
Yeah, you're still getting the raw deal, but you just feel better about it.
Yeah.
not as raw as you were getting it, right?
Yeah, they just desensitize us to
It's like
all
when the
of that
boys in
stuff.
prison get tired of you, right?
Right. Man.
Oh man.
Oh
I don't
no.
know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I never visited Bubba, inside but we put we have to go to the province. We have no choice on the first week of July, but we're not going to go and do the rest of the land documentation. We're going to put that on hold and until fuel goes down, if it ever does, knock on wood, because we got to go all the way back up to Hingug again, and then we got to come back around and go all the way down to Tondak, so John, I said, nah, we're going to put that on hold. Just go to Chegbina, do what we got to do and come back home.
Yeah, I told you we're trying to plan a trip out to the Glen again, go out to the
Man, I'm so jealous, bro.
Man,
Man,
I'm sure
that place
your wife will make some nice videos and send to you there, H2H, and
just rub it in. Just rub it in, man. Get some more salt. Get some more salt for those wounds.
She'll be flipping her feet in the water, in the clear See how clear that water was?
Dude, that water was clear. That was pretty clear.
Songs for Anna. Hello, hello. Welcome in.
Hey,
Hey,
Anna,
everybody.
hi. Been a while.
Everybody, Franceschi, Tim, all you guys, Hazy, what's up?
But it's hopefully this time. And I don't think I told you POD,
Hmm.
but we went to and we tried to rent a boat, right? To go to this island where they got a coral reef or whatever, uh, so you can get in these little canoes and float out there. They're clear, so you know you can get some beautiful video and stuff. But anyways,
Sure.
we as a family we rented a boat so we could get up early that next morning and go do this. And you know, we got on the boat, and the boat he said it's good for 10 to 15 people, right? 10 to 15 people.
Or one foreigner.
So
There's 16.
yeah. So he said, "Oh, you'll count for two, but I know I count for three people. I know what I weigh, so I'm a good three, right?" So ended up there's 16 people on this boat with me. So you know that's a good 19ish. So we tried to go to this island, and we're getting stuck on the reef and stuff. We can't even make it to the island. We were
Wow.
we were low riders. So,
Somebody had to drag
So
us out.
was everybody in the boat giving you the stink eye, Bill?
you know,
No, they're being nice.
I think I think they knew. I think Mama footed the bill, so nobody said nothing. You know, we can't go. It's a
Yeah.
because Mama was. So I get on the boat with Mama, and she's like, "Here, you sit right here." She gave me a special spot on the boat.
The
That
middle.
so she didn't want me like Rocky having the boat do this stuff. you
But my
know,
brother suggesting you should be on the end of the,
up
yeah.
on the
You
front of the
should-
boat like Titanic.
Can Can you imagine if the three of us were in that boat?
I can't,
They
bro.
can't-
That thing would.
I won't allow it. I think we're gonna rent each of you a boat.
Get a boat.
And all of us Filipino will be on the fourth one.
On the fourth
That
one.
will be safe and fun.
Yeah. If the three of us were in that boat, the captain would be like looking behind, having the deckhand looking to see if he was pulling a plow. You know, we're pulling a plow. Why are we dragging?
Are we still tied up to the dock?
Yeah,
going on?
tied to the dock.
It
Oh,
will be
goodness.
fun if you guys be in one boat, you know. That will
No.
be a
That
trending
would not.
again.
That would
A
not be
viral
fun.
video. Like
We'd
three
be- we'd-
Americans tried
That would
I'll
be
try to get
fun.
into one.
to go to the island.
I would like to see us all three trying to get into that boat. 'Cause
No, I'd like to see us all three trying to get into a trike. I
Yeah,
still want to
try.
do that.
Well, that's a video in the making,
Funny.
right? We
There
can
you
do
go.
that.
Yeah. Like who's going first?
That's right.
That's
No
right.
need for an
we be sea
anchor.
anchors.
Yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure, we
No
don't
need
have to
for
worry
anchor.
about breaking any speed limit laws out there on the lake.
It was interesting. I mean, it was a beautiful day for a boat ride, and
Yeah. And we went to that floating place, right?
like a floating barge that had
Right.
slides on it and stuff. And
And you
Oh,
wanted
very
to go in
cool.
the water, right? You wanted
yeah,
to
I was
to-
going to go down out of the boat to get into the water, but he showed me the ladder that he had to get me back into
small like this.
the boat. I was like, "There's no way in hell I'm gonna."
It's like, even if your foot will be
I saw that. I saw that already. When I saw the pictures of you sitting in the boat, I'm like, I'd probably do the same thing. Looking at that
Yeah,
rickety ass ladder, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna tear that ladder up, bro.
I was like, look, I kept thinking about, you know, because the water is beautiful, you know, and
so beautiful. Yeah.
you know, I'm
He really wants to go.
float
Like,
in it, no problem. I get out there in it, but Yeah,
Had a
I was
hard
like,
time to get up there.
yeah,
The
I had a
boat.
hard time getting into the boat when it was like
On the
land.
shore.
Yeah, yeah, on the shore. You know,
Well, there's a tip. I gave you a secret how to do that, right?
put my belly up there first, and then
Flop
No,
up
the
yeah,
there
bottom
like a
yeah.
seal. Flop up there like a seal.
Well, flop up there like a seal. You know, there's a resort over on Samoa Island. It's called Sigdea Resort, and
Yeah.
they have a real big obstacle course out there. You know,
Wow.
on the sea. It's
Yeah, yeah.
really big, and I'm not busting our chops, guys. But it's like I'll give $100 to any one of you two that can get up on the obstacle course itself.
Yeah.
Not let alone run it. But you guys, I'm not busting on us, but how in the heck can we even get on that thing
Right.
to even get going?
For $100,
I
you'd be
watch
surprised what
people
I'd do.
for $100. I mean,
It wouldn't be. It
you
wouldn't
know what
be. It wouldn't be pretty. It wouldn't be pretty, but I'd get on there.
you
Don't
know what
be
he would do?
videoing this shit.
You know what he would do? He'd be like, $100. Okay. If I spend $50 on a helicopter and airlifted onto it, I still
Oh,
walk
yeah,
away
man.
with $50.
Now I gotta go
Oh,
look that
man.
thing up now, man. I gotta go check that
Yeah.
thing out.
Check it out on YouTube and look at that.
What is it
There's
called again?
it's Secdea, SECDEA Resort, and they got four-wheelers out there. It's a hoot. There's a lot to do out there, but Sigdea is very expensive. You know, um, not expensive like Pearl Farm. That's
Right.
probably the most expensive one, but
Yeah.
out of all the remaining ones, I think
Of course.
Sigdea is the most expensive, the second expensive, most expensive. Check it
Right.
out though.
Oh, that's a nice spot there, POD. You're kind of bougie. That's
Okay,
a nice spot, man.
you two can get on there, but I will freely admit to the civilized world that I would not be able to get up on
I
on
mean,
that.
Like I said, for
Obstacle
$100, you'd be
course.
surprised, man.
here. I don't know if you can share it.
Tim, I don't even think I can get on that thing if alligators were chasing me. I'd be like, okay,
That's a good one.
I couldn't. I wouldn't. All the fear in the world. couldn't
Alligators
compel
to
me
get
in.
out on there.
You know what? The alligators might even look at me like, what the heck is that thing? You know, and I might scare them. They might take off. They never seen such a thing, you know, in the water.
I know what happened.
Itchy, are you checking it out right now?
I'm trying to
It
check
is.
it out right now.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
challenging obstacle course from what I can tell. There's
I
no
haven't
way
seen-
I can get up on that thing.
I don't see any
And if I
pictures of
could-
that thing, though.
Yeah, and if I could, I come to the first obstacle, I'll fall right off.
That's
I
a nice
admit it.
spot, man.
Sea monster. That's right.
See,
Look like a sea monster out there.
I'm a
sea
Hawaiian monk
monster.
seal, man. I ain't no sea monster.
Yeah, you guys check that out. It would be a bucket of fun if I was
Hey.
like 200 pounds lighter. Oh my god!
Man.
I see
It's
some
fun.
Filipinos
Oh
in
my
good
God.
shape struggle with it.
This one?
You
Sadeka?
got one of those out in Jinsan area, but not that,
That's-
not as big as that.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know what the dogs are barking at, because they already
Oh
ate.
wow, they're
I
room
don't,
rates.
I don't see no obstacle course thing, man. Where the hell?
Really?
Yeah, we showed them the
Look,
obstacle
Maybe they
course.
took it out because of the pandemic.
They heard
But-
these three fat guys were gonna try to climb and they took it out.
Yeah, we were.
Go back and look for an older video. You know, in the thumbnail, you should see one.
I'm looking on their
Murphy
website.
had
I didn't look at a video. I'm looking at the website.
Oh no! Look at the video. You'll appreciate it
okay,
more.
okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
They heard three fat guys are gonna try to climb it for $100, and they're like, "No, man, we're taking that thing out." Is
They
it
cost too
inflatable?
It's
Beach
a big
Dwell,
obstacle
listen.
course.
Let me
You
see
got
if I
it
can
there,
show it to you
Mercy?
on here. Maybe. You see
Maybe.
some of that?
Not really, bro.
Oh, that looks like it's inflatable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
inflatable.
yeah, dude.
That's
a
what
no-go
makes it
for
hard.
me, bro. That's
Yeah,
a no-go for me, man.
I have a hard enough.
I'll be flopping around on that thing like a fish. It'd be horrible.
I have a hard enough time staying on my inflatable right now.
Right. Well, you should give that thing a break every
You have
once in a
an
while.
inflatable, bro? The hell?
Mercy over there, like what?
She'll
No,
catch
but,
it
you know.
later what you're talking about. Like, what? What?
What?
What?
You know what's if the three of us did get up and get on that thing,
I think that thing would pop.
the owner's
Oh.
going to be looking out the window with the binoculars. He's going to look over to his wife and say, "I think we're going to need a bigger obstacle course."
Now, you know what's
Right.
gonna happen is we're gonna get on it, and everything else is gonna expand. Where we're standing on is gonna
Right.
shrink. It's gonna be
Yeah.
And kids are gonna start flying off and
That's
shit.
right. It'll be pandemonium.
Oh,
It looks like it would be a fun thing to do if you know we can get up on that thing. You know,
Well, it's 200
But-
pounds lighter, maybe. That I don't even know how you'd get on that thing, man.
yeah. Are you seeing it now or not really?
I see
It's
pictures
yeah.
of it. I'm looking right now.
It's inflatable and that's what makes it hard difficult. You just can't
Dude,
grab a
it's-
hold of it. You know.
Yep. But
That's
that thing is
it.
huge, man. I've
That's
seen it now.
it.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how much fun that would be, man. You'd be flopping around on that thing.
right.
I'm willing to bet that the three of us could not get on that thing. And no, you know, I'm not busting our jaws, but I do admit I would not be able to.
I mean, plus if we got on any one of the four sides, the other sides are done. You know, they'd flip over.
The first guy on is going to inflate all the other sides around, make it harder to get on.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
I don't-
ugly for somebody.
Yeah, and I don't think your feet touch the bottom either. That doesn't help as well. If they did, Bam might stand a chance because he's taller, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that your feet can touch the bottom. I flop around on my blow up now. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Blow up
Yeah.
doll.
You just that's what I said. You know, I have a hard enough time staying on my. What did I
Blow
say? Yeah,
You said inflatable.
anyway.
You didn't say blow up doll. Those are two
Inflatable,
very
yeah.
different things.
you got a good memory on
Very
my
different
inflatable.
things.
Well,
Those are very
Mercy
different
was sitting there, and I wanted to be a little bit classy.
Why you talking about your sex toys?
Mhm. He
I
lying.
mean, let's keep it classy here.
Yeah, she's hanging outside in the coconut tree right now, drying out.
I just
Gave
gotta
her a
find
good
out what
wash.
kind of brand you get, man, because I keep popping mine.
Really?
That's-
Have you
Well,
tried
it's because you
Wilson?
got a needle wiener. Leave that down.
Captain Billy Jack, no class here. Have you tried Wilson? Wilson makes a good Wilson.
There's like a basketball when you're rubbing up against it, though. Huh? Or
Yeah.
football.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
You thought carpet burns were bad.
Oh, man.
All right. Anyway,
Sorry, ladies.
sorry,
That-
sorry, everybody.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Talk about The train getting
God.
off track, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, hey, I was really happy with the draft today. The NBA draft.
Yeah,
The
Detroit
Pistons
did
got
well, huh?
themselves. Yeah, they got themselves three really good ball players.
Did
So I'm
anybody
really
pick up? Did anybody pick up that guy from the Philippines? That nobody.
no,
They
no.
Not a
thought he was
single
going to go
team.
last pick. Yeah. No.
They only do 2 rounds in the NBA,
Yeah.
and Kai Soto, he wasn't even mentioned. Now,
Man, bro.
teams can go and sign undrafted players, and then they can go and try out for any team they want, you know. But
But
yeah, Kai Soto wasn't even mentioned.
his last workout was with the Pacers, so I had high hope our last pick, which was the last
Mm,
pick, that we were going to pick him up, but we ended up going with a guy from France instead, I think. Um, but he was also played in the Australia League there with Kai Soto.
mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
so they knew each other.
a lot of
trying to get
foreign
him.
players were selected in the second round.
Yeah,
The Pistons with their third pick took the best shooter from the Italian league, from Italy. And I suspect they're going to leave him over there for a while to mature and develop. But we got 2 of the top 13 picks. We had the 5th pick in the draft, and we had the 13th pick in the draft. So we're like the Lions. We walked away with 2 good players.
yeah.
So I was happy. Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But then again, Tim, the number 2 player in the draft, Holmgren, was drafted number 2. He's a 7-footer from Unicorn, and he's got a real light frame. He could probably stand to gain 40 kilos himself. He's gonna get
Right.
he's gonna get muscled around under the boards. He's a talent. He's a talent. Obviously, but he's gonna get muscled around if he doesn't put some weight on.
Yeah. But we'll see
That's
how they all do, and hopefully, with the summer league coming up, hopefully he signs with a team, and then they can use him, even if they put him on the farm team or whatever. Pacers got the Ants, Fort Wayne Ants or whatever they're called. So see what
that's
happens
why.
there.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
like
That's
their
why
their
I put weight
minors.
on.
That's like their minor team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go Bulls! I haven't rooted for the Bulls since Jordan left. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? All these guys that are screaming about LeBron James being the best player ever. Are you kidding me? LeBron James, no way. Michael Jordan is clearly the best that ever played the game. Two good prospects. What? Good prospects, more like.
Well, he's definitely Jordan.
I
From
don't know,
my
man.
era of watching it, it was
It's hard to
Jordan
say.
always.
Every generation has their player, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Mm,
I think so.
yeah.
Kobe Bryant was no slouch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so like
You-
it kind of
you-
depends on who your favorite, like who your favorite guy is, right? I don't like LeBron James because I think he's a moron. I mean,
right.
me
he's
too.
a double standard freaking moron, dude.
Yeah.
In my
Hey,
opinion.
Zeke. Yeah.
Zeke
I,
man
I,
in the house.
I
What up,
agree.
bro? Hey, get up here, Zeke, man, so we can put see how much weight YouTube can handle on this live stream. See if we can go over the GVWs, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. LeBron James' attitude is what really turns me off about him. And
Well,
it started when he went to the Miami Heat. Him, Wade,
Yeah.
and Bosch made a spectacle of themselves on TV, lights going, and
Right.
it's like, come on, who does that, you know?
Zeke Man's at work. Good to see you in here, Zeke Man. He always keeps me updated with the latest fast food crave over in uh, over in the U.S. I get to see what's new at the restaurants. Zeke Man
Yeah.
eating it up.
Zeke Man
Yeah.
says, in the end, who do you want to take the last shot to win? Michael Jordan. I can't disagree with that. But in today's
I don't
game,
know. It depends. You talking three
it's
pointers? What are you talking about,
it's
Jay? You know what I
Steph
mean?
Curry, man. 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. I want Steph Curry to have the ball with the last shot. Indiana Pacers used to have a guy that you'd want to put the ball in his hands in the final seconds. And bam, you know who I'm talking about.
Boom, baby. Reggie Miller, of course.
Reggie Miller. Absolutely.
Oh, he can. His very famous 8 seconds of how many points can you score in eight
Hey, what's up,
seconds?
King?
So I think it was 11 or 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I lived in Cleveland, I would have, that big mural they had of George or uh, James
Ron,
painted on the side of that building. I would have put graffiti all over that.
yeah.
That's
You'd have
just
been
me.
burning your jersey with them.
That's how I operate. I would have thrown paint all over that thing. I just don't like the guy. He really thinks he's a king, and his attitude, the way he
Do you
yells
think?
at his
Do you think he's a
teammates.
standout player, or do you think that just in his generation there ain't anybody that's close to him?
That's a
Because
good question
He's been playing for
and a
a
fair
while.
one. That's a good question and a fair one. Yes, I think that he is a generational player. I think that the guy has a lot of talent.
Absolutely.
I can't take that away from him, But is he a Michael Jordan? No. If I want to win championships, I'm taking Michael Jordan all day long, baby. You know. But the thing that really sets aside his game that um, turns me off with him isn't so much his skill set because he's got a great skill set. I don't like his attitude on the
Yeah.
court.
Zeke Man summed it up. His attitude is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
Jens
you
family, I
go,
agree. There's a lot of good people on that Bulls team, man. Scottie
yeah,
Pippen. I mean, guys that got overshadowed by Jordan, but definitely
yeah,
were part of the makeup of that, made that team great.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Don't
one
forget
man
about
team.
Yep. Don't forget about Rodman either,
Yep.
yeah,
Jens. Yeah, you're right. You can have your core players. You can have your stars there. Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. I can even throw Dennis Rodman in there. Perhaps one of the greatest rebounders that ever played the game. From a rebounding standpoint. But it takes all these other guys. Like Jen's family just stated there in the chat. You have to have those complimentary guys in there too. You know. Oh yeah. Like the
yeah.
Bad Boys in the late 1990s. Oh
Who's the bad
yeah.
boys? Like Barkley? Who's the bad boys? Barkley? Rodman?
Detroit Pistons
No,
Oh,
Pistons. The
back in the day.
Pistons.
Nobody wanted to. Hey, this is the truth. Nobody wanted to play the Pistons back in the day. You play the Pistons, you knew you were going to get punched in the mouth. You know,
Right.
they ended the Lakers dynasty. The Bulls could not get past them. For a number of years, and they finally did. But they loaded up. To they had to play Detroit's game, but by then Detroit was kind of at the end of their ride. But nobody wanted to play them. They were tough. Rick Mahorn, Bill Lambier, they were dirty. I admit it. Bill Lambier was one of the dirtiest players in the NBA. You know,
And he wore the shortiest shorts too. Back then.
Yeah,
Them
yeah,
shorts were like Daisy Dukes.
yeah.
Like,
Hard
man,
fouls. That's right, Jens. Hard fouls. Yeah, they
yeah.
were tough. And that one, they figured out how to beat Chicago. They
Oh
beat
yeah.
up Michael Jordan. They said that we're going to put Jordan on his back, and beat him up, and they did. They beat him up pretty good during those games. They knew what they had to do, you know.
Yeah.
But oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, my Pacers have turned into a farm team, so itself we
Nobody
draft
speaks English on that
really.
team anymore.
I mean, but I can't not root for them. You know what I'm saying? It's too many years of rooting for them, but it's you know I should be like the Filipinos, and I just each year I pick a new team that I think is going to win it all, and that's my team, and go out and get me a bootleg jersey and be all good to my whatever team of the month. So
yeah. Pistons got a up and coming team right now.
yeah,
This draft and the past couple of drafts that they had kind of launched them, and they have with the guy they got today, Ivy, and with Cunningham in the backcourt, they got one of the best young backcourts in today's game right now.
right.
Um, and they got the other players that they got, in past year, a couple of years. So they're going to be tough. They're going to they got to grow and they got to mature. It's not going to all come together overnight. But I would say, this next season, they learn to play together, learn to lose together. You got to learn to lose together. And I
Yeah, I mean,
believe in the
anytime
following
you're
year.
Detroit, you gotta. I mean, it's you gotta learn to lose. I mean, that's the theme.
Well, you got to
So
have the right guys. You got to have the right guys in the locker room uh, that can roll through those down times. You got to be able to lose together. You know,
yeah,
who's your team? H2H. Who do you have a team
I
that you
don't. I
favor?
don't follow professional sports very much, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's right. I knew that.
When I was a kid, I followed it more when I was younger, but no, I don't really follow professional sports except for MMA. That's the only thing I really follow.
Oh, okay.
that in roller roller derby.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
I used to watch that all the time. Women's
Come on,
roller derby
midget
all
wrestling
the
and roller
time.
derby. Come on, man.
Come on,
That's a
Yeah,
good
I got
Saturday
the
night right there.
jersey. I got
yeah.
give me a
Uh,
Miller Lite and a
Unless
hot dog.
unless demolition derby was happening, then it'd be that. But
yeah.
midget wrestling and
Oh,
roller derby all day long, bro.
come on, man.
Yeah, I watched my fair share of women's roller derby growing up, and I found it
That you
hard
did.
to watch them in those little tighty shorts. You know,
Yeah, all the
You
ones I've
didn't
ever
know it was
seen,
really dudes.
all the ones I ever seen look like dudes in tights, bro.
Right,
Hey, not no, not
right,
bashing anybody,
right.
anything. Just saying.
Big.
yeah, that's like
You don't see
you know,
no 100-pound supermodels going around that.
yeah, it's all fixed. Even wrestling, that's all fixed. I mean, I grew up with Baron von Roski and Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. It's all fixed. Baron
Dick,
von Roski.
Dick the Bruiser was from my neighborhood. He actually,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, where I grew up. And then they had
Cool.
his funeral right there on off a high school road, right by where I grew up. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fixed. I even think boxing is fixed. You
Stuff-
know,
Yeah.
I think maybe some matches, like the ones that have that Logan Paul dude or whatever his name is, and I think those are.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
What the heck?
Come on, man. If Floyd Mayweather can't take that dude down like quickly, what the hell, man? Come on.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
when I seen that Manny Pacquiao lost to man, what was
Mayweather.
his name? No, not
Mayweather.
Mayweather. That fight was just garbage. But
Oh,
um,
Zeke had to rock a
black
banana
guy.
hammock in high school. Damn, dude. You the man.
Yeah, that wasn't fixed. Got to swim. No, I can't even think of his name now. But he fought him twice. He lost the first one and won the second one. But the first one, I mean,
He
he had
fought who?
so
I don't
Manny
remember.
Pacquiao. I had the name before I went to tell you, and then shoop. Been a few years back. It was before the it was before the Mayweather fight, and he fought the guy twice. So, and everybody was like, how the
Tim
hell you
says-
lose that?
Mosley? No.
Horn in Australia. Tim said.
It was a black guy from America.
Oh,
Brown keeps coming to my mind, but I know
no,
that's not his name.
not Mosley.
And it wasn't this recent one either. The one that he fought after Mayweather.
Mm.
He worked him, so I can't think of his name.
Roy Jones?
No,
No, I don't think he ever fought Roy Jones.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Can't remember.
Yeah, it's all fixed. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming in to check out the Rileys. Yeah,
Man,
I was
Pacquiao
going to
has
ask
fought
you to
some
subscribe.
hard
But
fights, man.
who? What?
Pacquiao
Pacquiao?
has fought some hard fights, man.
Oh yeah.
He did
He
not
sure
have it
did.
easy, man. He fought some tough dudes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he didn't skirt anybody. He accepted the challenge, and he'd step in there. And the thing I like about Pacquiao is he's a champion in the ring and out of it.
Yeah, he seems like a legit guy, man. He got clobbered in his last fight, though.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, 20 million votes, that's quite a bit, man. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
you guys got it.
Yeah, we got it.
I was like looking at the name. It was Bradley who I was thinking of. He fought him twice. The first time, he wumped up on him, but it went the entire thing, so they gave it to Bradley, and it was bad. I mean, he hit him like 200 sometimes, and compared to 113, and they still gave it to him. Like,
Dude,
did he
some
hit
of
him
those
harder?
rulings,
Just knock him
man.
out?
I gotta tell you, man, some of them rulings is just,
Yeah,
it's just juice, man.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with the doctors here. I'm sure they're not on the grand scale of things like India or the U.S. or
Thailand's got some pretty good medicines too, man.
yeah, but yeah, the doctors I've had here. But you know what? As a whole, what?
King. No, not
What?
King Lee. He said in Pacquiao fights, the crime in the Philippines is like 0% for 2 hours.
Yeah, that is a good one. I like that. That's a good one.
I seen this whole town shut down There wasn't nobody driving around, nobody's moving. It was like where's everybody at? It was just
Everybody's
like
watching a TV. Yeah,
everybody was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that guy's the goat, man. So far,
I'm not ever getting sick, so I don't have to worry about it.
I try not to think about it.
That's my long-term plan, not to get sick.
yeah. Just pray for the best, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
And if something's really bad wrong with me, my wife will take me to one of these voodoo doctors
Yeah.
or witch doctor or
Get some
whatever.
maroon guy in you, be good to go, right? Some
Yeah.
maroon guy with some
And
fish
be
sauce.
massaging my foot and shit. And
Hey,
next thing you know, I'm like, hey,
hey, my heart valve repaired.
hey, I'm
All
good to
good.
go now.
But I've always been of a mind, no matter where it's at, U.S. or no matter where, um, if you want to know anything, ask a nurse. The nurses are more in tune to what's going on than the doctors. Doctors are more about, you know, prescribing medication, and the nurses are more hands on.
All I
You
can
know,
say is this, man. Advocate for yourself, bro. Advocate for yourself. Doesn't matter where you go. If you're in the hospital and whatever that doctor or nurse or whoever is telling you, and it just doesn't sound right to you, talk to somebody else, man. Advocate for yourself.
yeah,
Because they don't, when you go in there and you might know something's wrong with you, but they're gonna dust it off, right? They don't look for zebras, right? They look for horses. They don't look for the weird stuff. So if you
mhm,
think that they're misdiagnosing you or they might be wrong, man, be a Karen and advocate for yourself, man. Make sure they check out all your stuff, dude. Because I'm telling you, man,
absolutely,
there's plenty of times
yeah.
where people go in there and they don't find nothing wrong, and the next time they
Like,
go in, everything's jacked up because they missed it the first time. So
Mhm.
doctor, I've been watching late night TV and I know what's wrong with me
I've
now.
been on WebMD.
I'll tell you right now.
I
And
know what
according to
I
this,
got.
I got monkeypox and COVID.
They hate
I,
that.
I got
When
COVID
you
pox.
bring up you've been on
I got
WebMD,
monkey
they
bean.
hate
Oh
that.
yeah, dude.
They hate
Oh,
You
that.
wanna see your doctor's face hang? Tell him, hey man, I was on WebMD. Watch that guy go be like, oh, another one.
I know more than you, Doc.
Another
Take your
one.
clipboard and but yeah,
Another
I
internet
agree.
genius.
Nurses, I liken nurses to that of sergeants in the Marine Corps. If you're gonna go to battle, don't follow an officer, or you probably wouldn't find them in there anyway. But don't latch on to an officer if you're a young Marine. Going into battle. Find yourself a seasoned sergeant. They're like the nurses in the medical industry. They're the ones that you want to gravitate towards. Officer going to get you killed. You know,
Yep.
so that's just it's just
It's
how
like
I
when
see
you
it.
it's like when you come and train at where I work, man. You don't want to find the guy that wants to teach you.
Mm.
you want the guy that's been dodging you the whole time to teach you.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is hey, when I'm not going to go into a whole spiel, but when I was in uh, getting a procedure done, what, a year ago now, maybe a little longer, we had what I thought we were going to have the one doctor in there. Lo and behold, when we got started, I had to pay for 4 additional doctors that I didn't know that I was going to have.
They saw a
You
white
know,
dude in there, bro. They just saw
4
Paladin.
additional.
Come
Only one
on.
guy worked. The rest of the guys are in there on their phone.
Right.
Yeah, it's
They're
like why
checking
the
their
heck?
It's a
Facebook.
foreigner. Let's all pile in, buddies. Come on. Who's available?
I had to pay them a talent fee, every one of them. Talent
They
fee for what? You didn't do nothing. You leaned over there on that machine. I know because I was awake and watched you.
I was gonna say they put you to sleep and they took pictures of your wiener and they got it posted somewhere.
Jesus. Oh my
Like,
It's
God.
somewhere on the
look,
dark web.
it's somewhere. Patient
Actually, I
wiener
think I
number
think Bam made a
105.
video of it. I think Bam made a video of it not too long ago.
I'll take that.
What
You
the hell
guys,
was that thing, man?
I want to tell you a true story. I want to tell you a true story. H2H, you talk about advocate for yourself. I didn't do it because I placed all my trust into the doctor. I broke my right leg in a motorcycle accident in 7 different places.
Damn,
And
dude, you
down
don't
at,
play, huh?
yeah, and down at
You
the
don't play.
ankle, it hurts. When I walk, it's kind of, but it hurts, But down in the ankle, they had a screw. They put a screw in this long,
Mm-hmm.
that long,
There's a lot of
and
bones in there, bro.
to hold that bottom bracket in, because they had to put a bracket all the way down through the tibia, and then brackets across my knee because my knee broke in 4 places, and then the big tibia, the bone, snapped in half like a baseball bat would, completely in half, and
Wait,
then from
you don't mean the humerus, right? You mean the 2 bones on the bottom of the knee? There's 2 bones on the bottom of the knee, right? The tibia and the fibia, and then the thigh bone is actually the humerus, right? You
not the
broke your
thigh,
humerus,
not the
not the
thigh,
thigh. Okay, so
the
you broke your lower
tibia.
knee, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
you
they
break
put
your
a
humerus,
rod.
bro.
Yeah, they put a rod all the way through it. And then from the break, like the baseball bat break on the lower end, it cracked the tibia, like a kind of like snake all the way down to my ankle.
Holy crap,
Thought I
dude.
was going to lose my leg, but I had a really good doctor in Janesville. But here's the thing. So I didn't go back to Janesville because I'm from I was living in Reedsburg at the time, so I went to the doctor there. So what happened was I went in to take the one screw out from my ankle because it was hurting me. All right, and it was in there for 5 years. So here's what happened. The doctor told me he was going to give me a shot to numb the area, and then he would go in with a hand screwdriver, and just back it out and remove it. Well, the nurse looked at the clipboard and said, "He's not putting you under?" I said, "No." He said, "It's the doctor said it's not necessary. He just give me a shot. He'll go in there, back it out, and send me home." The nurse just kind of scratched her head and, "Are you sure, Mr. S?" "Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's the game plan. That's what he said." "Okay. Okay,"
Damn.
she said. So I'm like, "Why is she so concerned?" Okay. So anyway, I get in there and he goes, "You feel this?" I go, "No." So he cuts the skin to get to the head of the screw. And then as soon as he put that screwdriver on and started cranking, I screamed like a pig, taking that feed sack away from. I admit it, I squealed like a redheaded stepchild. It it numbed the skin, the tissue, but it didn't do anything for the bone. And it was
Right.
in there for 5 years. And they had people coming into the ER to hold me down. So they were holding me down, backing this screw that big out of my ankle. And I was cussing and swearing at him during the whole process. I even threatened him. I told him I was going to kick his blah, blah, blah.
Why
And
didn't
then
they just
you know what he
stop?
said to me? You know what he said to me after it was all done? And I thought I was going to pass out.
He told you to walk it off?
No, he said,
Put
"I
some
thought you
dirt
were
on it.
tough." He said, "I thought you were tougher than that."
Yeah.
You know what I told him? "Let's go out back of the hospital. I'll show you how tough I am." I did. I was mad at him. And a lot of the staff inside the ER came to my room afterwards and they were kissing my butt. They were worried about being sued,
Yeah.
you
You
know.
should have,
But
man. You should have sued their asses, bro.
yeah, I told
Emotional damage.
yeah, I went and I met with one of the heads of the hospital, and I told him that them taking the screw out hurt more than the time that I broke it. At the time I broke it, your body kind of goes into like a shock,
Sure.
and it wasn't hurt. It hurt, but it wasn't severe pain. I could handle it. But this was severe pain. It was really bad.
It was down
So
in your ankle.
Yeah, it was in my ankle.
Because I was
Yeah.
thinking you might have took a screw out of your head, and maybe that's
Oh
On
man.
your neck.
Yeah.
something happened. Something happened. He took the wrong screw out.
But you know what? Anybody else probably would have sued him. I'm not that guy. I got a pound of flesh. I let him know what I thought. I chewed and I was yelling at him, and he was, I don't know where he took off, but they were pushing me back to my room on the gurney, and I was still cussing him out on the gurney. Everybody I passed in the hallway, like, oh, what's wrong with him? Oh my gosh.
MMK, welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you.
MMK, how's it going?
Hey, MMK.
Good to see you in here.
Dude, man, I that's rugged. Dude,
It
when I
was,
gotta do stuff like that, I know myself. Like if that was me, I would be swinging, bro. The guys would be in the ER, bro. I would not stand for that shit, bro. I'll tell you right now. So like when I had to get like my wisdoms removed, the doctor's like, well, we can give you a Valium, or we can, we can give you that laughing gas, or we can put you on, like, put me under, man. He's like,
Right.
really? I go, dude, trust me, put me under. So they put me under. When I wake up, I'm strapped to that chair because I guess I was swinging in my sleep.
yeah.
I woke up and I was all strapped down.
Yeah. Hey,
Basketball. Okay.
King. King says make sure you have extra funds for the talent fee. That they don't include that. When you go in there and you ask them what the cost of the procedure is, like in the US, that's the cost. There's no hidden fees. The
Well,
doctors, the doctors' costs and everything are all factored in there. But here, they don't tell you about the talent fee of the doctors. You
so
find
now
that
that
crap
sounds
out
talent
is
fee sounds shady to me, bro. Like even here in the
that
states, your medical billing is so like it's so hard to
Shady.
read. Yeah, it's shady as hell. But the thing
it
is,
is shady.
we have insurance companies to sort that shit out, right? We don't have to do it where you have to do it yourself, man, and
Mhm.
that's rugged, buddy.
Yeah, so they get paid from the hospital, right? So then this talent fee is shady. It's just something extra. And then I went from having one to additional four more doctors that didn't do squat that I had to pay an additional talent fee to.
Is that
And
talent fee negotiable?
yeah, it can be, it is, but you
See,
got to
right
work
there,
that out. You got to
right
work
there,
it out with the doctor.
right there, shady. That's like, hey
Shady,
man,
yeah.
I'm gonna give you a ticket, but here I'm gonna take your license. Meet me at Jollibee at 3 o'clock and pay for your ticket. You know what I mean? It's
You
like, come
buy me a
on, bro.
Jollibee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
meet you at JB.
yeah. That's right. You get like a 300 peso ticket, and the guy, hey, I'll let you off. You take me to Jollibee and buy me a bucket of chicken, which
Yeah,
is 600 pesos. No,
yeah,
sir, I'll just pay the 300 and meander on, be on my way.
yeah. I didn't knock him out, but I must have did something because when I woke up, bro, I was strapped in, bro. Like my arms are strapped in. It was funny too because they were trying to put the IV in my arm, so they gave me the laughing gas, right? So I'm looking at them. I'm lying on the chair, and the nurse she's assisting the doctor's got the mask on, and I just start laughing, dude. I'm laughing so hard at the doctor because he's trying to find my vein, and it's hard to find veins on me, man. I got them kung fu veins, man. They try to put needles in me, my veins will roll away and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah, the doctor's all like, I see him like sweating, like trying to put in. I just start laughing at him, and the nurse starts laughing. And me and the nurse are just laughing, dude, because I'm on that laughing gas, right?
Mm.
Man, I was rolling.
I prefer when they have to put an IV in. I have the same problem. They'll stick me. I don't know how many times here trying to put a IV in. I always tell them put it in the back of the hand.
That hurts. Yeah, that's why they try to
For me,
avoid that one, right?
actually, for me, it doesn't.
Well,
I
so
the
that's what they
back of the
told
hand
me.
doesn't hurt.
They told me, they said, well, it hurts over here. I go, yeah, but it doesn't hurt as much being 7 times in this arm.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I'd rather get one hurtful stab than 7.
Yeah.
Well, here they can only stab you. They can only stick you so many times in each arm, right? There's like a rule here.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I got them going in there, and they're like moving the needle around. Just like,
So when I broke my leg, when I was the first few days,
Crazy leaking. Oh,
I
sorry.
couldn't go. I couldn't go home. I couldn't go home. So what did they do? They kicked me out of the hospital, and they had a nursing home above the hospital on the
Oh,
top floor.
a convalescent home.
They sent my ass up there, right? And they had this old lady. She was probably about 7 years old, bless her heart, but she'd come in with the needle, and I have a problem when somebody has a syringe and they come at me at 2 o'clock in the morning like this, and they want to stick it into my belly, you know. I'm like, and she's like,
Did she have a
something
pillow
out
in
of
the
the
other hand?
movie Misery. What?
Did she have a pillow in the other hand?
She like out of the movie Misery, coming in the middle of the night, like this. I'm not exaggerating. She would stick it into my stomach like this, and I'm like, "Ow! You stabbed me!" She literally stabbed me. So she's supposed to pinch and go in sideways. That's the way the majority of them do it. They pinch and they go in sideways, and it's not painful. But there's just something psychological like this and getting stabbed in the stomach. So what happened was, the third time that she was going to do it, I said no more because it hurt. I grabbed her wrist, and I didn't grab it hard. I just, because she's fragile. I grabbed her wrist and I said no. I said no. I'm refusing. I don't want you to administer the shot because you're not doing it right. So I just stopped her. So she's fighting me, and I'm like, damn, where did they get this woman? Where did they pick her up off the street?
Nazi
So-
Germany.
Yeah. So Nazi Germany. So I had one of the lead nurses come in the next morning, said, Mr. Asbury, I heard that you gave the nurse on third shift a hard time. I go, are you kidding me? She's the one that come into my room at 2 o'clock in the morning like Michael Myers and wanted to stick me in the stomach. And I explained to her what she did.
You're like,
And
what nurse? You mean the crypt keeper?
the crypt keeper. Yeah. So
He had me
I
on the list. He was sending me off.
they were trying to get me to go home, I think. So
Yeah.
she finally understood, and I told her that, no disrespect, but I do not want her in my room at night. I do not want her in here. Find somebody else or just skip it at night, But boy, oh boy, when you got somebody coming in, I don't know if you guys ever psychologically been through that, but you might not think it's a big deal. But when somebody's holding a syringe like this and sticks you in the stomach, hey,
I tell you
it
what,
hurts.
man. So to be 100% honest with you, that would have happened to me once. If I was sleeping and somebody stabbed me in the stomach like that, that lady would not be there tomorrow. She'd be laid out in the bed next to me, man. Because, dude, don't wake me up like that, man. That's messed up.
She tripped. She tripped.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I
She's
think
old. I don't know what happened. She's old.
She
She-
fell.
she must have been an aide or something. I don't know what her deal was.
Nah, they
But
don't let
she-
AIDS stab you, bro. They don't let AIDS stab you,
Alright.
man. You have to have been a nurse.
I'm not exaggerating either. She looked like somebody you would see in a zombie movie. I'm not exaggerating. She
That's
was
true.
not
She
human.
was Lucifer's age. She was taking people out and shit.
No shit, dude. Right? There's been
Yeah.
multiple people that have done that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Angels of
Angels of death,
Angel of Death. Yeah.
or
I
they
had-
call themselves angels of mercy, but they're actually angels of death, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
man,
some bad luck.
I don't. That kind of. I mean, that kind of stuff doesn't happen to me, man. I don't, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, if somebody walked into my room and stabbed me in the stomach, they would have problems, man. They
They
would
better
have
bring a long
major.
needle. So
That's right. They'd be having made in a mouthpiece and some
right,
headgear
right.
because they're gonna need it.
Uh,
You should
if
see
he
when
was
my nephews wake
dreaming,
me up when I'm in a deep sleep, man. They're kind of like, I'll wake up
right,
swinging, buddy.
right. I come up with my CPAP machine on,
Yeah,
fighting everybody up in
like
there.
Darth Vader.
Shit still strapped on. We're like,
Let's go.
I
Yeah,
can take it.
I got my burial budget all planned out. You know, here, here, here.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, no, wait a
What
minute.
the hell, man?
Here, you got to pay monthly rental fees or whatever in Davao, you know, to be buried. I told Cha, man, just fry me, you know, you know, make ashes out of me.
Wait,
You know,
you
you
mean
can,
when you're buried in the ground, you have to pay a rental fee?
yeah, you pay a monthly fee.
Can you be
I don't
buried on
know,
your own
I
property?
don't, I don't know what it is, but what it's for. I don't know if it's a payment plan or if that's something that you have to do in addition to. That's what I was told. Um, but I told her just cremate me, and you can just put me in a coffee can and put me on the shelf, or you can just take me down the beach and just throw the ashes out on the beach somewhere. You know, if I get lucky, some hot chick will walk by, throw her towel down on top of me, and you know, lay out there in the sun, and I'll spook her.
Uh, if you spread your ashes out, they'll call in a hazmat team to come get that shit cleaned.
Mount Pinatubo just
Beach is
erupted.
closed. It's
Mount
closed
Pinatubo
for
just erupted.
6 weeks.
You got ash all over the beach.
You think a volcano erupted over here or something? Gonna erupt this year? We
It'll
haven't
look
seen this many ashes for years.
it'll look like Clark and Subic Bay
That's
back
right.
in 1990,
Exactly.
whatever,
Looked
too,
like
when
Mount St. Helens
Mount
erupted.
Pinatubo
That's
erupted
right.
Back in the day.
Exactly. Ash everywhere.
Hazmat team. Come on,
Ashes
Riley.
started coming from everywhere. We don't
Man.
know.
I was telling my nephew, if anything happens to me and I pass away, I don't want anybody to know anything. I just want people to be like, hey, where the hell is Ron, man? I haven't seen that guy in a while.
I haven't
Where's he
seen him.
been?
What the hell is he, man?
Don't tell them nothing.
Yeah, just don't say nothing, man.
Oh my God. What? What? That's
Just to
something
me,
that would need
throw
20
my
bucks.
ashes in the ocean. People be like, where the hell is Ron, man? I haven't seen that guy in a while.
Well, he's supposed to be at work right now. What's
Yeah, he
going
probably
on?
working. That's what probably people would think. He probably at work, man.
Oh, Billy Jack, that ain't right, bro. You have
That's
a
funny.
much better chance
funny,
to
though.
spook her while you're still alive.
That's a good one.
Everybody taking shots at POD today.
Oh, man. It's open season on POD tonight.
When you
Jeez.
start spreading your ashes on some beautiful beach, we're just gonna have to stop it. Put it. Stop.
Oh my God, that just ain't right.
Oh, my good.
All right.
That ain't right, Captain Billy Jack.
You ain't right, Captain Billy Jack.
So Mercy's family got a family cemetery at one of the farms that they got. So you know, dig a hole, stick me in that or whatever. But they also got those you know, where people built the little tomb deal, crypt
Mausoleum.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. So they're above ground and got the
Oh yeah.
Like the
yeah,
Japanese
so-
one, they got that little hutch where you can put the ashes in, and there's like a marble
But-
plaque on the outside.
But it's not the ashes, it's the whole body. It's like
Oh.
above the ground.
Yeah.
Like, they bricked it in, and then you know, once they bricked it in, then they put tiles on it and stuff, and you know, wait for the next one to die. Bam, there he is next in the spot next. Well, you know, it's The thing that freaks me out a little bit about the situation here in the Philippines is if you guys know anything about a funeral here, they will put you in that casket, and your casket is here looks like a damn buffet table. It's got a glass case of it, and people are like putting shit up on top of you, and
Yeah.
maybe serving some drinks and some crackers and shit down at your toes, and it'd be like a 2 week deal where you sit up at the house and you're laid out like that, like Merce. Pretend I'm Muslim, have my ass in the ground by 3 days. Don't be
That's right.
bullshitting. Put
That's
me
right.
on show and shit. I don't want no show. Like
Right.
put me in that ground.
I don't need no
Don't
autopsy, none of that, bro. Just stick
like
me, put me right in the oven, bro. Good to
it's
go.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Problem with being
Yeah.
cremated. Problem with being cremated is I have a fear of being burned twice.
Twice.
Yeah. At my death and when I go to hell.
Oh man.
Don't even joke about that, man.
Man, crazy.
Don't even joke about that, dude.
Well, one of them
I don't
won't
want none
hurt
of
you.
that.
The other one's gonna hurt for
Yeah,
you.
Because
the other one
actually,
the other one's gonna leave
the
a mark.
second one won't ever go away.
Yeah.
You'll be
That
burning
one
for
will
eternity, man. That's not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, what kept they have a what YouTube video. There's a
By the
cemetery with no
cemetery. Yeah. I be seeing that stuff. That's
Wow.
scary stuff. Or give you somebody else's ashes. Their ashes from the barbecue last weekend. Just
Mm.
told you they burnt the body. They threw you in the dumpster. Like what?
Threw you in the dumpster, oh boy.
It's like no, I just want to sit here while you burn his fat ass. I want to make sure he gets sizzled.
What a watch.
You better turn
Uh,
that fire up though. Come on, he's a fat one.
I seen
Yeah.
a thing here where people they'll get like frozen or what they'll do to prep or whatever for them to bury them, and they'll dress them and they'll take them to like a club or whatever, and they'll like sit the guy down on a chair and everybody will party around the guy like he's still alive, and they'll take pictures and stuff.
Mm.
It's crazy, man. Like here in America, in like the South or something.
Right. They're pouring it out for you. Oh, get some. It's like no,
Crazy,
none of that bullshit.
crazy.
Look, Tim Dizziak is back at it again.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh lordy, lordy. Yeah, but they
I don't know
do
how
some
good that'd be
crazy
for the
stuff.
gram though, but
Yeah, I am in no hurry.
Yeah, we
Billy Boy
went to
is
a
in no hurry.
sales pitch. Somebody signed us up for this thing, and we had to go listen to a sales
Mm.
pitch where they were selling
that's good work
cemetery
right there.
lots. So we had to listen to their pitch, and they were trying to talk to you about what a good investment it was. If you buy multiple plots, you could sell them off later on because each year they're going to go up X amount of price. But what these people weren't saying was, it was that the cemetery has bought up so much land that it would probably be like 6 generations before they run out of plots to even think about selling one of yours. So
Mm.
you know you may think it's a good investment, but you ain't never gonna see that shit. So what 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 kind of investment is it? And they kept trying to get me to sign up for one. I'm like, shit, if I kill over, stick me in whatever, bury me over in the swamp. There's a rice field right there. Come on. I don't need no fancy spot on the side of the mountain or nothing
Yeah.
goofy.
Yeah, I agree.
When
Well,
you're gone, you're gone.
I mean, how many people are gonna come and actually visit you, right? Oh, maybe like your immediate family, but once that generation is gone, you think your grandkids, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
you know, I have learned a lot over this past year, and I will.
Sorry about that, Tim. Sorry about everything that's happened. I'm sorry for interrupting you there. And
What?
yeah, I definitely understand. He just lost somebody here recently, so
Oh,
that's
sorry, Tim. Yeah, sorry,
a
Tim.
topic. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I've been there earlier this year, um, so I certainly understand how he feels about that. But
we'll see you later, Tim.
I was gonna say, with my brother and mom passing on and looking at, uh, some of my behavior over the past year, kind of woke me up, and at 61 years old, if somebody was to ask me if I'm ready to meet my maker, I would have to say no. So that's kind of says it all right there. So
Mhm.
I'm trying. There's one. I got a great relationship with my wife, you know, but there's one important one, the most important one that I'm trying to work on now.
Sure.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Tim. Come on
Yeah,
back. We'll talk basketball again.
yeah, rather or something else. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just had within the span of 2 weeks, I just had an uncle and a cousin die.
Wow.
So yeah, man, it happens. It touches everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
But
Yeah.
but as far as being ready for it, everybody's on their own. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm good to go. Sometimes I fear it. Sometimes worried about stuff. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm calling up, hey, you ready? Let's go.
Yeah,
So
So
let
it's
me.
I'm kind of the
it's,
same way.
it's just
I
a
kind
roller
of like that
coaster.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that I'm cool if it happens, but with events now that I'm married and whatever, now that's changed everything right for me.
Right.
So I mean, as
So
far as where I'm gonna go and all of that, I'm not concerned about that, at
Right.
all.
Right.
But this world is starting to suck, man.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, it does for sure. I don't recognize the United States. It's not the same. It's not the same country. I grew up, knowing and
Well, I
loving.
mean, no place really is the same forever, right? Things constantly evolve and change, but it's just that the way we're changing is just, I don't know, man. I don't want to get on that whole thing either, man, because
Yeah. Let's not start
that's gonna
to
open up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
But I will say,
don't get me going up in
don't get
here.
me started.
Shoot.
But
Ain't nobody got time
all
for that.
all you're gonna do is, we're gonna jump on it and we're gonna agree with you because you're not saying it, but I'm sure we already agree with where you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go.
It's preaching
You
to the
know.
choir, man.
Right.
Mm,
But hey, anyway, so I got a couple of weeks of vacation coming up here in December. But
cool.
depending on how everything works out with with immigration and all of that, I may be up there sooner, hopefully. But for sure, the first 2 weeks of December, I have vacation, so I'll be up there this year again sometime for sure.
It's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Naughty should still be around. You're
hopefully, you
good.
never know.
You never know.
You never know, man. But I definitely want to make
Um,
my way over to Davao, man, and check it out.
There's nothing more that I would love more than giving you a ride through the city.
Oh yeah, man, I'd like to come check it out for sure.
Your fingers like
yeah. He's talking
into the
about getting a
gas.
cab. Giving the right now. We'll just get a cab.
We'll rent one of those van drivers so we can all be scared.
They're even worse than me.
That's what I mean. So we can all be
Yeah.
scared together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and we paid for this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Jesus. Those guys are crazy. Yeah, every day, every time, not every day, but every time we're out and about, you can't just go for a drive. I remember when I lived in the United States, if I wanted to relax and unwind and just listen to the tunes and with the windows down, I could do that in the US. I'd go for a cruise, to the back roads and out on the highways and no problem whatsoever. But you can't do that here. From point A to point wherever you're going, C, D, or E, or whatever it is, you're going to constantly be chewing somebody out under your breath because they constantly are cutting you off, running in front of you. Uh, it's crazy here in Davao. I'm telling you, it is absolutely insane. These guys don't know how to drive. They don't know how to drive. I told
That's what
Cha, I
they
said,
say about you.
yeah, I
Up and
told Cha, I
down.
said, there's no sense of getting mad if they don't, there's just no sense of getting mad anymore because it occurs all the time. And what are you going to do? Be mad all the time? You can't do that either. So you just drive defensively and, you know, and
Well,
whatever,
it seems to
whatever
me that
happens.
in the Philippines, like we would get upset, but they wouldn't even know. They would have no clue, dude. They'd be like, they'd be happy as a clam because they don't even know that we're mad at them. They're cool, man. They're just driving. They don't care. But
And
I gotta say, like, so riding around in Koronadal, Gensan, all that area, yeah, it's pretty busy. But man, driving from Manila through Cavite and Tagaytay and all that, dude,
mm,
that traffic is insane, bro.
mm,
So when Evangeline went up there recently to Davao, she was like, "I don't like Davao." I'm like, "How come?" She goes, "Because there's too many people." She's like, "Davao is packed." She likes Tagum, but because there's less people. But she said Davao
mm,
reminds her of like Manila, like just packed
mm.
people everywhere.
Yeah, I love it here. Wouldn't live anywhere else,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I like to see
But
it. I mean, I like. I mean, myself personally, I like Gensan. I like that area actually way better than Manila. Than that area, Manila, Cavite. Tagaytay isn't too bad. It's kind of nice up there.
well, yeah, I would too. I would like Gensan area more than Manila. I wouldn't want to live in Manila.
That place
Hell,
is
I don't even want to go there, you know.
This is pretty crazy, man. But there's some cool
Yeah.
stuff in Manila for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Davao's not that bad as far as a lot of people. Cebu is worse. Cebu
Yeah,
is
I've
actually
never been to Cebu.
Cebu is actually worse than Davao when you're talking about that.
Like
You
traffic
know,
for people.
the mini Manila. I call
Mm.
Cebu mini Manila. You know,
Yeah, she
Davao's
was.
not bad at all.
Evangeline was surprised at how many people are in Davao. It's just a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people here are so nice, unbelievable. The only
Oh,
thing I
yeah.
don't like about Davao is everything is run strict. It's really strict here, and they're, uh, illuminating tons of left turns. They make driving more difficult than what it has to be. And they think that they're helping, but they're not, you know. And then they're blocking everything off and there's nowhere to park, and it's crazy. It's just silly. It's silly. Yeah, I
Hey,
drove
my
in
friend,
California.
we don't talk about the war in here.
Hello, Charlie. Mm. So anyway, yeah, it's crazy.
It's as far as driving though, I last time we went to the beach there, I had somebody you know how they come out and they don't stop or slow down, they just pop out and as long as their nose is out, they got it right. So a tricycle did that to me, and he's going real slow or whatever. But when he popped out, I honked at him, and he turned around and gave me the bird.
Hmm.
And I asked my wife, I honked at him because I had to break up to not hit him, and then because I honked, he gave me the bird, and I got past him or whatever. I said, "You don't mind if I pull over here and I want to get out of the car and see if he throws that finger back up." And no, like I figured
Wow.
if he's kind of seen my size, he might choke on that finger a little bit because I could jump out of the car real easy and jump in his tricycle and get him. you know,
Yeah.
he had an open
And welcome
tricycle.
in, Kevin Nash's kitchen.
What's
Hey,
up, Kevin?
Kevin and Charlie. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. I just tell it like it is. People don't like it, too bad.
Yeah.
People here they lack discipline and maturity. There
Oh,
is
yeah.
a certain level of emotional maturity that doesn't compare to that of in the United States, and I'll leave it at that. You get a lot of that.
I would say, in my limited experience, that emotional maturity is is well compared to us, right? I mean, compared, you gotta, it's hard, right? Like my first few hours in the Philippines really made me stop and think about, hey, sis, Ann, what's going
Hello.
on?
Hello.
Like, I think that, in many ways, the Philippines is way more mature than America in a lot of ways, and
Sure.
in some ways a little bit less mature. I'm not gonna say immature. I'll just say less mature. And like the whole gossip thing, right? To me, that's very immature. You know what I mean? Here in America, people do it, but it's not to the level of what they do there. And I think that's
Right.
kind of childish and immature, right? But like, their outlook on life and what they have to deal with, man, a lot of Americans would crumple. They could not handle what these people in the Philippines are dealing with, man. They would fold. They would fold. So, I get it, man. I agree. I agree. I think emotionally, maybe maybe immature is the wrong word, man. Maybe not
Challenged.
developed, maybe. And this is my own personal experience. I'm not saying that they're
Yeah.
all like that. I'm not painting with a broad
Well,
brush. I'm just saying, from what I know I've experienced.
well.
Like, I gotta say, like, I've never felt as welcome. Like, when I come home to Hawaii from being away, I feel very welcome when I come home because I feel like I'm around my people. When I was in the Philippines, I felt like I was part of the people, man. I mean, I did not feel out of place for the most part. There was that one time in the mall in Manila where, yeah, whew,
Did you
my
see
first
that?
my first experience, man, walking with Evangeline in SM Mall in Makati. It was kind of it was a little nerve
Gee,
wracking. Hey, what's up, Chi? And
Yeah.
walking around with Riley through the mall, that didn't help. I mean, in the in the store in the market. But for the most part, man, everybody's been super nice to me. Yeah,
Well,
they just talked about you when you got past them. That's when they talked about you.
maybe. I mean, when we're at the market, man, those truck drivers are going to town on me, man. I could just tell. But I couldn't understand it, so I was cool with it. I was like, whatever, man. I think there were
yeah.
a lot of people just trying to figure out like what I was. Like, everybody was asking me if I was part Filipino or whatever. Right? I guess a lot of people are just trying to figure out like what the hell is this guy?
The market people were asking you if you're my brother, right?
Yeah, if we were brothers, yeah.
See, they're already used to me being around, but then you're there too. Like you
Yeah.
gotta be brothers.
I get that all the time when I'm with a foreigner, people, and it's like, dude, we don't even look alike. Why do they always
You know
have to
y'all. You know
assume that
y'all look
you're
alike. You know
your
y'all look
brothers?
alike.
Oh,
You
man.
know. You know y'all. What Kanos look alike.
Hey,
Yo,
Hazy. Hi,
all you
Hazy.
hunkies,
Easy cheesy. What's up?
all y'all hunkies look the
Hola,
same.
chica.
Yeah. Well,
That's right.
Yeah, man. The Philippines was amazing. I enjoyed myself, and I know it had to do
oh,
with you guys, man. So I
yeah,
really
I love the
appreciate it, man.
Philippines. Yeah. There's challenges living here
Well,
every single day,
like
but
I was
I
talking to
love
one of
it.
my I was talking to one of my friends, right? I was like, it's kind of like the Philippines is like full of contradictions, right? Like in
Mm.
some
Right,
ways they're super loosey goosey about the rules, right?
right,
And in some cases, like paperwork, man, they are
right,
sticklers when it comes to paperwork. Like, I mean, you gotta have everything I's dotted, T's crossed. I
right,
mean, they don't play when it comes to paperwork. But
right.
like me getting through immigration was kind of like just the line's getting too long, dude. Just come, just come. I'm like, oh, but I gotta say, no, just go. I'm
Let's
like,
go.
hey, roger
Yeah,
that.
They kill a lot of trees here with paperwork. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I've
man.
never ever seen a place to where you had to, oh, you need 3 copies of this, 2 copies of that, and it's like,
So,
seriously?
dude, when
I've
when we got
kill
our
those
marriage.
trees, baby.
Exactly. And it's got to be in triplicate, right? It's not just one copy. There's three of the same copies, right? But like when we got
Yeah.
when I got our marriage license, right? My mom Hawaiians have long middle names, right? So my mom had this long middle name. So when they spelt it, I thought they abbreviated it because it was just too long,
Mm.
right? So when we actually went back to get the actual license, the guys, I'm like, well, why is this abbreviated? And they're like, oh, it's not supposed to be abbreviated. We got to fill the whole thing. I'm like, and they're like gonna charge you per letter to change it. My mom's middle name is Kayo Kalan. Like her whole name is like she has like 4 names. It's like super
right,
long. I was just like, man, but the lady helped us out though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Steve,
know,
just to let you know where everybody's from, I am from Indiana. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I live here in the Philippines. Everybody else up on the panel wants to tell Steve where we're from and live, all that kind of good stuff.
H2H.
Yeah, Steve, I'm from my mom and dad, and I reside here in Hawaii. I just got back from my first trip to the Philippines a few months ago, and the place is amazing. So if you haven't been there, Steve, you really should check it out. Unless
Mm.
you're a D bag, then if you're a D bag, stay out of the Philippines.
Stay home.
Yeah,
But since
Detroit,
you're on this
Michigan
on
here.
this live stream, you're probably not a D bag.
Hey, Steve, Detroit, Michigan, and I live in Davao City down here on Mindanao in the Philippines. Next month will be 8 years. Haven't even been home yet. Probably
They're,
never will be.
they're looking for reasons to kick you out. That's what they came by and told me last time. But
They came by and told you.
they told me to keep it under my hat. Like we're
This is
trying
the
to get them on
Philippines.
something.
This is the
Dude, to be
Philippines.
so
They
like I
don't
don't
need. They
I
don't
don't think
need
I
an
could do it. I
excuse.
don't think I could do that like you guys, man. I don't think I could stay there like for the whole year, man. I think I would have to come home for a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
Hard to believe. I have not been home yet.
I need new underwear, you know what I'm saying? Like there's
Ah, cool, Kev. Yeah.
there's just no way.
Yeah. But I love it. There's challenges, of course. Not going to kid you. You
Dude,
know,
that
um,
heat is
but
crazy.
but you got
That
to
heat
focus.
is crazy.
It is, and it was a hot day
Dude.
today too. It was really hot today here in
Yeah,
Davao. But
dear.
you
Dude,
you
there was
just got to
nothing I could
focus.
do, man. I was sweating like a slave in the back of Tebow's pigeon coop.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to focus on the positives and remind yourself of why you decided to live here. That's all you do. You just surround yourself with positive energy and keep grinding, keep going forward.
Roger
Steve's
that.
got a house here in Koronadal. That's where
Yeah,
we live here.
Koronadal is awesome. I like that place.
Yeah. It's not for everybody, but it's
I like it.
I like it most
It's
of the
just
time.
big enough. It's just big enough. Not too
Yeah.
big, not too small.
I mean, it's got 3 malls and 4
Yeah.
Jollibees. I mean, what more do you need?
But to be honest with you, I think I might like Gensan a little more, bro. But
Yeah.
I think Koronadal is a perfect mix because you're not too far away from Gensan, right? I mean, and you get to drive through Tupi and stop at Nadi's. That's a good reason.
Except for it only costs you 120 pesos for Nadi's, but it takes about $5 worth of gas to get there now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna eat cheap tonight, but the gas to get there is what's gonna cost. Oh,
Yes, Kevin. Everybody knows the
Packer fan.
Hopsters.
Yes.
Steven, you're a Packer fan. How did you let him in here?
You know, snuck,
Oh yeah,
snuck
we
through
know
the
the
cracks.
Hapsters very well. Yeah.
Colts
I've
fan.
met them more times than I met them quite a few times. The Hapsters in person.
Colts fan over there. Lions fan right here. Lions fan down there. He just don't know it yet.
Now, if I had to say I was a fan of any football team, it was the Cowboys back in the day, man.
Roger Staubach.
No, not that far back.
Oh,
Yeah, put you in
Not that
Tony.
far back.
I said
Not Reggie White, not those guys, not that far back.
forget I said Roger Staubach. Kind of tipped
The
off my
Doomsday
age
Defense,
there.
come on, not that far back.
like rough.
Well,
Rough.
Stephen, the Lions are coming. We're gonna dethrone
man.
you, and
The
we're gonna
Bears.
own you.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Own you.
Hey, Steven, don't let POD up here lie to you. He'll
Why?
break out his cheese hat at any second here, and you'll see that he's also a closet. He's a closet cheesehead.
I tell you what, man.
Never.
Anybody who's a Lions fan and admits it out loud is probably the truest fan out there, bro.
Absolutely. We're loyal.
We'll see you
We
next
are
time.
loyal.
I mean, when
All
you
right,
gotta
sis.
wait
Good night.
50 years in between a good season.
50
No,
by
I
any.
I looked it up, man. They haven't won us. They haven't been in a playoff since like 1958 or something, right?
No.
They went to the playoffs.
Or was it
But they
a
didn't
Super Bowl?
win.
Have they ever won a Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah, but they weren't
won
called Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won championships back in the 1950s. They were tough.
Okay, that's
Last
what it
time
was.
they won was 1957.
Yeah.
But they didn't, like Bill said, they didn't call them Super Bowls back then. But the Lions are up and coming. They got the right people in place, finally doing things the right way. Pistons.
Dude,
are
there's
up and
literally
coming.
people that have lived and died as a Lions fan and never saw them win a
Right. Playoff.
Boy, I tell you what, if
That's
I
crazy.
die and having the Lions have never won a Super or been to a Super Bowl, oh, what kind of life was that?
Man,
hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore. That's right, baby.
That's
Yeah.
hardcore.
I'm gonna write that down for you, POD. And when they're spreading your ashes, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, those Lions let you down, buddy. Those Lions let you down." I'll write that out in your ashes for you, man. You know why they're on the beach there.
How many kilos of ashes do you think I'll equate to?
It's gonna be massive. There's gonna be dump trucks.
It's gonna be massive.
I don't think there's all that much, but
I
you'd
don't
be
think
surprised at how heavy the ashes are, like weight wise. Like,
Really?
yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's pretty dense.
Shit.
Yeah.
The wife's gonna have to get a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I gotta wonder like how many years in a row Lions fans have said that. No, man, this year they got all the guys. They're up and coming. It's gonna be this year.
All right.
Like
All
the
right,
Browns.
Gents family. Gents family, you can laugh all you want, but the Detroit Lions are an up and coming team. And let me tell you this: why is it that the Green Bay Packers if the Detroit's so bad, and they have been, why do the Green Bay Packers have a hard time beating Detroit every year? They're in a slugfest. They have a hard time beating the Lions.
You
Now
know,
They
that they're
beat them.
putting
you know
a
what the
better,
Lions. You know what the
they
Lions having a hard time. You
they
think it could be
usually
something in the water
split
there?
with them. Yeah.
Could it be something in the water that's causing the Detroit Lions to have a hard time?
Probably.
Well,
That's what it is. Where they get
I
their water from.
what? I think you guys should have another live stream. What? What?
I think you guys
Coming
have
up?
another live stream coming up.
She
Uh,
she said we should schedule another one.
yeah, we should. It's been fun. It's been a long
This
time.
is rare for me, man. I've been up. I've been up all day. It's like 4 in the morning here, and I haven't slept yet.
Wow. I agree, FW. Or what is it? FWA? It sounds like an airline. FWA Airlines.
Hey, look at that. She's telling the truth right there. She'll schedule a damn live stream.
And
Don't
not
tell
tell you.
nobody about it.
Schedule another one.
Surprise!
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, the guys are out here. They want you to kill. What?
Get your cat snipping in your ass is
Show
gone.
up. Like what?
You know what would be really cool? If you guys, you and your wife, Bill, Bam, can think of or whoever, think of a really good topic. One that people won't find offensive, or, you're
Well, there
critical.
goes my ideas. My ideas.
There
are
goes
gone.
your idea.
I'm out.
you know,
No
Yeah,
offensive
but-
ideas. I'm out.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean. Because
I have to play that.
as a guest on somebody else's channel, we have to temper ourselves and
Sure.
respect
On some
respect-
channels.
that we're on. Yeah, on some channels,
On some channels.
because we don't want to do or say anything that would disrespect our friend. In this case, our host. The host channel. So we have to kind of like bridle ourselves. If I was on my channel, yeah, I'd throw out a controversial one. I don't care if people get mad at me or not. But it ain't all about that. It's really about, we talked a little bit earlier about
Right.
wanting to catch that positive light. And I'm tired of living in the dark this past year. I kind of want to get out from underneath that. And I just want to focus on positive, fun stuff, and make it enjoyable for everybody in the live stream, and maybe they come up, they give us their input or 2 cents, except Jen because he's a Packer fan.
Oh, that was Steve. Jim's family's Bears.
Yeah, okay.
The Bears.
But wait, yeah, Jen's family is a Bears fan. Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Keep the neighborhood happy. The Lions and Vikings get a free one each year. Yeah, the Green Bay Packers are going to be on their way down. They really are. As long as they got Aaron Rodgers under center, you'll never count them out, of course. But Aaron Rodgers ain't going to be there forever. They don't have a guy in place right now to take over for Rodgers.
Yeah,
They're on their way down. They're on their way out. Yeah. You guys look at the Packers back in the 1980s. They sucked. They were lousy. In the 1980s, they were terrible.
When did Brett Favre start tearing it up? In the early
1990s.
early
1990s. But I got to give the Packers something, though, because, you can go how many years? It's been a long time. They had 2 great quarterbacks there in Lambeau. Brett Favre. I love Brett Favre. Matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers is he's the more polished quarterback of the two. If you have a son or a daughter in today's age, you don't want Brett Favre teaching your kid how to throw the football. You'd rather have Aaron Rodgers because he's more polished in that area. But I loved Favre for the kid in him. Brett Favre played the game, with that. We all say don't lose sight of that kid inside of each of us. You
Right.
got that kid in you. You know, don't lose sight of that. Brett Favre, he played with passion, and he was fun to watch, and I
Right.
enjoyed him as a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You reminded me of that cereal, the shredded wheat. The shredded wheat is for the adult in you, but the frosted is for the kid in you. They show you as a kid or whatever.
Yeah, of
Old
course.
commercial.
I'll let somebody else tackle that. I got my opinion, but we'll let somebody else talk.
Let's see. Kevin asked about what do you guys think about buying a place and land at the age of 70 in the Philippines? It's more for her and her kids. Um, when you part this world, yeah, it's as for me, when I buy or have something here in the Philippines, I think of it as for the kids, anyways. Me and my wife are similar age though, so we think of it as what can the kids do with this, or what will they be able to do? Um, so that's kind of our thought, anyways. But 70 years old, normally, if you don't think like that, I mean, you know, I don't see any other way to think, at 70 years old, right? Because I mean, you made it so far. Anybody
Yeah,
else want to touch it?
yeah, and you know what? Bam, you hit it on the head. You and your wife are of the same age bracket, so yeah, what you guys invest in is an investment for your children's future, which is awesome. With my wife and I being in an age gap relationship, and for any foreigners in the chat, um, I would, even though I'm blessed to have my wife and we're in an age gap relationship, I would caution foreigners getting into an age gap relationship. I never used to think that way or feel that way. They always say age is just a number, um, to a point, to a point. But there's still a lot of factors that you're not aware of until you actually get into that relationship, and you enter that union of marriage, and then you see that everything that you do is for your wife, you know it is for your wife. So yeah, at 70 years old, if you're in an age gap relationship, when you buy land or a house, yeah, it's for her. Absolutely. And if you love her enough, I look at it this way: if you take her hand in marriage, you should not want to set her up for her future. That 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 is part of being the responsibility of a man, taking care of his wife. And if that means taking care of her future without you, then that's part of the deal. You entered that union. The other thing is this: in an age gap relationship, if you have children, you got a little kid walking around with you in the mall, and it's like he's walking around with his grandfather rather than his dad, and you really don't have a whole lot of time to spend with that child growing up. There's a lot of things to consider.
Sure.
These young Filipinas are very beautiful. They're very beautiful, but you also need to be practical and realistic and look at what you're setting your wife up for in the future. Now, don't misunderstand me. I have no regrets marrying my wife, because I have a wonderful wife. Cha is a blessing. She's more than what I deserve, right? But I understand the hardships that I created for her, because of the age gap.
Sure.
But I will take care of my wife's future will be taken care of. All right, it is taken care of. There's mechanisms in place where she's my beneficiary. But I think it's important that don't get so mesmerized. Men are visual, you guys. We men are visual. A lot of us are visual. I think more so than women. But if I have to give advice from my experiences, I would tell a gentleman to try to find somebody closer to their age. And that's kind of my take on it at this point.
Well, I appear that I'm in an age gap relationship. My wife looks so much younger than me, but when she's here next to me, I can't say that we're close in age because she'll slap me. But yeah, we are
Yeah, she looks
same age.
you're right. She looks young
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
compared to me, I kind of look older than what I am. So
Mercy definitely looks young. I
yeah,
would
Yeah,
say anything you buy in the Philippines, unless it's a condo, it's gonna be for her, man, because it can't be in your name. So
right,
whatever
right,
it is you buy, it ain't yours anyway. But
right.
I mean, you got to make sure that you put, whatever you get her, right? There's still taxes that got to be paid on the land. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to be taken care of, and you got to make sure that your wife is able to do that, right? That she can
Definitely.
handle whatever
Right.
other things that might come up, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
myself personally, speaking personally, I would love to find a place in the Philippines that I could buy for my wife to live. Um, I want to do that. I'm actively trying to figure out where that is, where that's going to be, and I plan to retire part time, maybe here in Hawaii or somewhere else in America, and in the Philippines part time. I think is how I'm going to end up doing it. But I got a few more years to go, and I'm in an age gap relationship, but my wife's not that young, and there were a lot of younger girls that were trying to talk to me, but I didn't want to deal with no 20-year-old freaking drama, bro. You know what I mean? So,
amen.
and I wanted to find somebody who was an OFW as well, because at least they have some kind of like experiences outside of the Philippines, seeing other places, learning things. So, yeah, that's what I would do, man.
That's a good
Say taking
point.
care of your wife is everybody's responsibility if you're married.
Right.
Mm,
And you got to make sure she can take care of herself, not just you taking care of her, but that if you're not
yeah,
there anymore, that she can carry on
yeah,
without losing all the things that you put in place for her.
yeah. That
And
you
make sure
nailed
you
it.
don't get her a big farm and she's
Yeah,
unable to take care of a
right,
bush outside.
right.
Don't you know? Be realistic with what you're looking at, right?
You, you
Right,
guys
Mark?
you guys met Cha. I think that you might agree in the short times that you've spent around her that for her age she's a mature
Sure.
young lady, very educated. Um,
Absolutely.
you know, uh, that helps her with her
Yeah.
being mature and educated. She's same as Mercy, very educated young lady. Um,
Right. That's why I would say, just an age gap thing might not necessarily just be a cut and dry thing, right? You might have somebody that's younger than you, but is very educated, very worldly, understands how things work, right? Or you could get somebody that's older than you, that's a total jeb, right? That doesn't know anything. So I
Right.
think age is more than just a number. I mean, I know Filipinos like to say that. I think it's a little more complicated than that,
It is.
because I know some 50-year-old dudes that act like they're 20.
Right.
So it just depends, man. It's you gotta make sure you find the best partner, because that's what getting married is, right? Is becoming entering into a partnership, and you want a
yeah,
partner, right? You don't want a liability, right? You want an asset. You want to be an asset. You don't want to be a liability, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
agree, Jenny.
I'm not blowing our horn. Nobody's perfect.
Oh, what are you
But
talking about?
what are you talking about?
What the fuck?
Right? Yeah, you and
Better look
Bam,
again.
you and Bam kind of did a knee jerk reaction there. But you know what? In my opinion, if I will say so, and I think that the Lord blessed each of us.
Yeah.
We each of
Agreed.
us have lovely
Agreed.
wives, very loyal,
I'd say
ve-
that the Lord
very
blessed my wife
dedicated.
more than He blessed me, though.
She got an extra blessing. you just
That's
didn't
a whole lot of
know.
blessings.
She got 2 scoops. I just got 1 scoop. She got 2 scoops.
She got the
Yeah.
full meal.
Yeah, full package.
Nurse.
Yeah. Oh, so we're back to that again.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do. I mean, I'm humble about it. But I feel blessed. And I recognize that you two are very blessed with the partners that you chose, and um, it's wonderful. And I feel sad for other people, especially these young Filipinas who engage in LDRs and get ran over the coals. But there again, they have to assume responsibility as well and understand what type of relationship they're engaging or and getting into. And while it has worked, I would think that the percentile of it not working is probably much higher than that of it working. And so I can't say LDR doesn't work because I got two very good friends that have met their wives and got married and are happy to this day. So, to each their own. It's kind of like a crapshoot, you guys. It's like rolling the dice. But if you're smart, if the person is smart and listen to those gut instincts and don't ignore them and they don't make excuses for the other person, I think that I think they know. I think they know if it's right or not. Do you guys agree with that or not? So I mean, there's that gut feeling, and we don't
Well,
listen to it.
I
We don't
think that
listen.
men and women need to have, like a no go gauge, right? Like, when you build firearms, there's a no go gauge, right? There's got to be these hard lines that you're not going to pass, or you're not going to let other people pass, right? You have to have this system in place before you meet somebody and fall in love, because when you're in love, men or women, you're going to overlook stuff all the time, right? You got to have these standards that you're not going to go below. And I'm not saying that one of the biggest problems, in my opinion, and from my experience with an LDR with someone from another country, is the communication issue, right? Is what I might think as is a jest or a sarcastic remark made as a joke doesn't go over, doesn't translate well, right? And that's why I'm lucky. I think dating somebody who has a bunch of life experience is going to help you in that, right? Because they're able to understand more. And anybody, I've said this many times, any OFW, I give them massive credit. Anybody who's in OFW, mad props for me. You guys are awesome. That's a tough thing to do. I don't even think I could do it myself. So that's awesome. But yeah, I think that it's all individual, man. It's everybody. You got to pick the best partner you can, man. That's all I can say. Beauty
I
will
agree.
fade eventually, man. Beauty will fade eventually. You need to find a good partner.
Absolutely. Kevin made a comment down there about basically when a Filipina marries a foreigner, cousins come out of the woodwork, kind of like cockroaches. It's just all of a sudden you got more cousins than you realized that you had. This is something that it's not unheard of, that foreigners need to understand when they take on a Filipina as a wife, you might want to ask them, do you have a big family? You know, ask about the family and things like that, because here in the Philippines, um, a lot of people probably disagree with me on this, but I have kind of a different take. Um, when I first got married, I said I'm only responsible for one person and one person only, and that's my wife. And that still holds true to this day. She's my priority. But but in the Philippines with their culture, your wife's family is extremely important to her. So if you're a foreigner and you're tight with your money and you don't want to help her family, then it's going to kind of put her in the middle. And now she's in the middle, being pulled and pushed from both ends, and it makes her feel uncomfortable and unhappy. And take it a step further, even unhappy if you're unwilling to help her family. So I kind of did like a 180 on that thought process. We've been together 7.5 years, married for 5. Um, my thought process is this: I've actually got to love them. They're my family, and I care about their health and welfare. So I'm not stingy with my money like I was when I first got here, when we first got together after 6 months in country. So I don't give them money to buy watches and jewelry and this and that, but I do help them with food and necessities and etc.
Diapers and milk for the baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, I wasn't there to create the baby,
Yeah.
so I don't
A
know.
lot of foreigners that have never been here hook up with these girls, and they don't realize until later that if you marry her, you're gonna be somewhat in the middle of and expected to help take care of her family. So at a,
And that,
at the
and
early
that's not.
stage, you have to kind of set the boundaries.
Yep, absolutely. And it's not every. Look, I mean, everything that we can apply to LDR or being married to a Filipino, you can apply it to any marriage anywhere in the world, right? Even married in the states, you're gonna, you help family members and whatever. In my
Yeah.
opinion, if you marry somebody, you married a family. That's just the way it is. That's all part of the package. There's no, I'll take care of you, but not your family, right? But of
Mhm.
course, like we said, there's got to be limits, right? Now, I like to address this guy, Valiant Thor, right? He's talking about how women are whatever, right? So look, man, I get it. You know, like you're saying, 80% of divorces are initiated by women. That's true, but that's in the United States, right? It's not everywhere, right?
Mhm.
I agree. Women don't really want to know about your struggles, dude. I agree. But I don't put all women into one category. I wouldn't say that all women are like that. Just how, like, all women can't say all men are a certain way. It's just every woman is different. You just got to pick the right one, dude. You pick the wrong one, you're gonna suffer. That's just the way it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, I'm not sure of valence. What you're getting at. A recent Brookings Institute poll shows women initiate
No,
86%
I've seen
of
that before. I've
divorce.
seen that before.
Let that sink in. Yeah.
That's true.
Um,
In America, that's true. Absolutely.
y- yeah,
I am.
absolutely. Um, but I really don't see how that ties in with what we've been talking about. But here's what I do want to say is that it's unfortunate, and I'm just going to tell it straight out, call it like I see it. It's unfortunate that a lot of Filipinos or Filipinas, a lot of Filipinas live in poverty. And you have a lot of foreign men who know that. They know that. So what it is I feel as though a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them use that because there's an old saying, money is on the power and control wheel, power and control. Whoever has the money has the power. It's part of the power and control wheel. So but it's unfortunate that the man will take advantage of a young, naive Filipina and have
But
his
that
way
goes
with
both
her.
ways, though, right? I mean,
And, and,
it's not only
and
dudes taking advantage of women, right? It goes the other way too, right?
yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't. There's a lot of
French
Filipinas
French
that
wrote a song about it, didn't he?
Well,
yeah
a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
Hey, what were you playing, boy?
that play these guys, you know. But I am. It's just the way I was brought up. I'm very protective of females. I'm very protective. I had one sister, and I grew up, and I was very protective of my sister from childhood till even now. All right. I love my sister like you wouldn't believe. You know, she's a year older than me. So I have a protective nature toward women. And my mom was in an abusive relationship in Wisconsin. So I have a protective nature about me. And I'm more caring about what the man does to the Filipina rather than what she does to him. You know, I mean, he's probably a player himself. I don't know. But here's the deal.
Well, I mean,
Here's the
all of
deal.
us could be put into that category, right? All three
Yeah.
of
Well,
us, right?
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
But
saying, right? I mean, like, how do you make it different, right? Like, not everybody's like that, right? And
no.
like you're saying, I mean, you're exactly correct. I mean, we have to take care of people that are gonna be taken advantage of, and I hate to see anybody get taken advantage of, dudes or
Yeah.
girls, right? And I think, man, I think it goes back to that emotional maturity thing we're talking about, right?
Mhm. But
I think that
you,
has everything to do with it.
I agree with you. But when you're a Filipina, you're 20 something years old. You have never been out of mama's backyard. They're naive. And then you have this foreigner of age telling this girl, "Oh, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh, I desire you. I want you. I want to marry you." This and that. And he comes here, and a lot of times what they do is they use their power, they use that money to take advantage of this young lady. You know, I've been here almost 8 years, guys, and I see the old Peckerwoods standing outside some of these schools, taking advantage of some of these young girls here in Davao. And I actually was sitting in a restaurant when I heard two guys talking about it, laughing about how they go out there and they just take their virginity. You know, they promise them the world. Not in all cases. I agree with you, H2H. And I don't want to paint this with a broad brush because there's a lot of good guys. There really are. But there are also a lot of guys out there that are players. And they promise these young girls the world. And they come here with no intentions other than to have fun with them and leave. You see it and you hear about it a lot. Bam, you and your wife run a live stream. This is one of your babies. You talk about it all the time about how young, naive Filipinos they don't they don't listen. They don't watch for those red flags because they're so enamored in having a foreigner.
Right. So I mean I so to caveat no put a caveat into that, right? So I would say that before a couple years ago that was probably a lot more prevalent. I think now the script is flipped, man. I think because of social media. Look, man, the best job a Filipino can have is being a virtual girlfriend to 5 or 6 Americans, bro, that don't know. Right? She never has to meet them. She never has to see them. Maybe sends a picture that she finds on the internet to somebody and just gets paid. People give them money. I mean, like, I think back in the day you would see more of that happening where guys come here take advantage of girls. Now because of social media, the internet, how all these things work, man, it's a racket, buddy. And again, I'm not saying I
Two-way
agree,
thing, yeah.
but I think that there is it goes both ways. I think we just got to be careful generally, right? We all have to make sure that we choose the right people to be in our lives. If there's red flags, don't ignore it, right? If that guy's never gonna come and see you, or you've been in a long distance relationship for 5 years, dude, move on, move
Right.
Yeah.
on. You know what I mean? If you got a girlfriend that is playing you, don't accept it, man.
Yeah.
Don't accept it.
Absolutely.
You're
I
better
agree.
than that. You deserve better than that.
Yeah.
You know what? When I was younger, and was healthy and looked a little better and stuff, if I knew that I could have
You look
came
better
to
than
the
you do now.
Philippines, I mean,
Damn, must have been
uh,
dangerous back then, bro.
I was dangerous anyways. Back in America, I was dangerous. So, just like when my oldest son came to the Philippines, we could not walk into a store without every sales lady on that floor being at his beck and call. And if if I would have had that power back then, I'd have been moving to the Philippines about
17 and a
22
half,
maybe.
17 and a half years old.
Uh, I'd have been like, I don't care if I don't eat. I'm the man, And but yeah, it's different. But I met my wife. She was the first person I talked to on the internet, and it was at a time when nobody was saying, "Hey, I found some woman on the internet." Nobody said that stuff back then. And so when I was telling people that, everybody thought I was crazy. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What you done? We know you're cuckoo, but you done went off the deep end. And um, but today, that is, especially with what went on in the world, that's how most people are meeting now. You're not at the club meeting somebody. You're not at well, in some people's cases, the guys in the South there, family reunion, meeting the third cousin or whatever you guys be doing. Uh, but
Uncle brothers and
cousin sister, uh,
Whatever.
you know, uh, but
And
that's just the way it is now. So it's common. Nobody flinches when you tell somebody, "Hey, I just met somebody online," and it's but
well, people still laugh
back
when I tell them
then,
how I met my wife online.
well, yeah, because of where you met her.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that you met her online, but
Yeah,
where
so
what
where I met her
what
online.
site were you on, buddy, when you met her?
That's right. I was on Check
Uh,
Out the Rileys TikTok
I
with
was
POD,
TikToking.
and Riley on a live stream, just like this.
Stephen
Yeah.
asked how we met our wives. I won't speak for the other two, but for me, I didn't come to the Philippines with anybody in mind. I came here because I just wanted to move to the Philippines. I was here in 1988 when I was a young Marine, and I fell in love with the country back then. So I took an early retirement and moved here.
A
My
relationship was on your mind, though, right, POD? You're
Yeah, a
okay.
relationship was on my
Okay,
mind. I just didn't know with whom.
right, right.
I figured yes. Thank you, H2H.
No,
That
I just
yes,
wanted to clarify because
I
I didn't even know myself. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, yeah. I wanted to get married to a Filipina. All right, but my landlords, uh, it was kind of a funny way it worked out. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Um, that we met through my landlords 6 months after I was in country. I dated one other time before that, and that was short term. That only lasted about 3 days. Um, boy, whew, yeah, like H2H says, sometimes you guys got to be careful. You know, I think I
You didn't
ran
you
into
didn't
Miss
like him?
Crazy. I didn't like him. I swear I ran into Miss Crazy. So anyhow, so yeah, we met. My
Okay.
landlords introduced us. We've been together 7.5 years, and just celebrated on the 21st our 5th wedding anniversary. So
Congrats,
Awesome.
bro.
Congratulations, man.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those hard pass red lines for me is I'll never date somebody with a bigger package than me.
You look first, huh?
It's a
Can I
hard
see what
pass.
you're working with?
Hard pass, man. Hard pass.
Bigger.
Nah, Zeke, man, dude, that was my plan, man. I mean, not necessarily Thailand,
Thank
but
you,
I was
dear.
gonna stay single, and I was gonna move somewhere, Portugal. I was looking all over the place, man.
Mm.
But Thailand was definitely one of them because I just wanted to just chill out on the beach and not have to do anything. And my life got totally upended, bro. And I ended up finding a very beautiful, loving woman. Changed my
Started
life.
hanging around the wrong people. That's
Started
what
hanging out
happened.
with the wrong guys. Next thing you know, you got 87,000 views on a video of you looking for a woman.
You didn't even know you were searching for her.
Didn't
You
even know I was
guys,
looking for one.
you guys go to Thailand, you might want to look twice. Some
Oh,
of
yeah.
those girls over there
It's everywhere, man.
look like girls, but they're
Philippines too,
not.
buddy. I saw
Yeah,
them in the
oh,
Philippines
I
too,
know
man.
that, but if you think it's bad in the
Yeah.
Philippines, oh, Thailand, yeah, baby. If you're into that, but yeah, even here in the Philippines, a lot of them, look like girls, but they're not. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's as far as how I met my wife, like I was saying a little bit, was on the internet back in the day. I did meet her at it was a Christian website where you could find friends and dating, and so I was checking that out. I was going to counseling at the time and working third shift, of course, and I wasn't having a social life, so my counselor suggested that, hey, there's places on the internet where you can talk to people and, get used to talking to people again. Because I went through a rough divorce and did wasn't really looking for a relationship, but sometimes God's plans and your plans are, different, and He gets you on His track, and next thing you know. Within 6 months, I flew to the Philippines and married my wife. The first time I met her, we were married same month. And that was she's in the chat, so I better not say when it was because I'm not exactly for sure. I mean, I remember the date well, very well. It's been a minute though.
A day that would live in infamy.
Went down like a legend.
a lot of people will probably disagree with me, and that's cool. That's what makes the world go around. But I don't believe in unicorns and pixie dust. I believe love is a choice. I believe that if you look at somebody and you kind of weigh out the pros and the cons and how does this relationship benefit me, you know and she better be looking at that too, but you got to kind of weigh it out, and how does this relationship make me feel? And if you're in a relationship that doesn't make you feel good, doesn't make you feel whole, or doesn't feel that, you kind of lose yourself. Why be in it? Why be in a relationship like that? So I believe love is a choice. I believe that we can choose and decide to love somebody, as well as people choose every day, throughout the world, to leave them. You know, so I believe to a lot of degree that it is a choice. And that's kind of my take on it. Maybe when I was younger, I believed, people say love at first sight and all this other stuff. Yeah, unicorns and pixie dust. But has it happened? Oh, I'm sure it has, but not for me. I guess because I'm practical and logical, and I like to kind of weigh and balance things out. You know.
Well, for
Yes.
me, oh, sorry about that.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Stephen,
say for me, it's like you said, it's a choice. It's it's I don't believe people. I hear people throw that. Oh, that's my soulmate. That's my uh, all that stuff is
hogwash.
you know. So I believe my soulmate is God Himself. That's my where my soul is mated. Through him, I was able to find my wife who had same beliefs as me, same values, and once I met her, once I started talking to her and got to know her, there was an attraction that I had to her that was I couldn't get at her. We were chatting online, um, so it was much more than a physical attraction that I had with my wife. It was
Mhm.
I felt like I knew her so deeply. Uh, by the time that we met in person, I already knew that this is who that I want to be with for the rest of my life. And to this day, you know, it's kind of weird to say, but I'm exotic here in the Philippines, and it- and if I ever decided to cheat on my wife, it'd be so easy. Um, chocolate, white chocolate like this, everybody want to taste, and but I'm not
I'll
in it
be.
for
I
that.
I just want you to know if you did that, I'll be at your funeral.
I'm just saying.
I know,
But
I know.
but she also knows that. She also
But
knows
yeah,
that
I-
what that I attract attention in this area. Maybe if I was in Davao, I wouldn't attract as much attention because there's a lot more foreigners there,
yeah,
you know. But
that's
here,
true. That's true. You do more so than me here in Davao because there's a lot of foreigners. But
right,
there's also something that she knows,
right,
and there's also something that she knows. She knows that you would never bite on that bait,
right,
and she got herself a good man. She got herself a good husband, and as your friend, I could see it clear. Just like she did when she decided to marry you. you
but
know
thank you.
so she also knows that about you too. They can want all they want,
Right,
but if the guy doesn't partake in that, they can just go whistle Dixie in the wind because they're
right,
not getting anywhere. Clint
yeah,
Eastwood, I mean, that whole thing, whatever.
right.
But
You
yes,
know, in America, it was reversed. My wife was very exotic. She had a lot of people hitting on her,
oh
and
yeah.
she was she had friends at her work telling her, "Hey, when I got injured at work and stuff, and I was off work, why don't you just leave him since he's not making the money he used to now,
Hmm.
and get rid of him, and I'll hook you up with another guy that's got a lot, plenty of money, da 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 da." So that were some of the things that she was hearing while she was there. So
And that was in Indiana.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's not like every day you're going to walk into a grocery store and see a beautiful woman like your wife. Now with H2H, his situation would probably be a little different
right,
because there's a lot of Asians in Hawaii.
right.
They already have that
Well,
mix
I,
there.
I I draw a crowd anywhere I go. Doesn't
I
matter.
can imagine. I
States,
mean,
Hawaii, wherever.
Yeah,
big
Stephen.
sexy beast like you, shit. Come
It's like I
on,
got one of
man.
those faces where people think I might be famous, but they're not sure.
But
They're always kind of like,
Yeah,
I
Stephen, I
mean,
want to answer your question. He asked
yeah,
if I have a YouTube channel. I
yeah.
do. And the POD stands for Philippines on Demand. And if you want to come
There you
over, I'll subscribe to your channel too if you have one. And I'm assuming you do because you're here. And don't forget these other cool dudes right here as well. So thank you,
so
Steve.
Steve, I'll tell you how I met my wife. So I was single for a long time. I got divorced. I was single for about 8 years or so, whatever it was. And I was perfectly happy being single. I spent all my time focused on getting my ex-wife to through medical school and becoming a doctor, and I really didn't have much time for myself. When I got divorced, I discovered myself, and I just love it, man. I was just learning things, doing stuff. Anyway, I got onto TikTok, and that's how I met my wife, on TikTok. And like these other guys talking about love at first sight. The first time I saw my wife on TikTok, she was on a live stream on Riley's channel, and TOD was on with Riley in the live stream, and they were asking her questions, and I just popped on, and I saw her, and it was physically like I got struck by lightning. Like it was like an electrical shock when I saw her, and she just was wearing a simple white T-shirt, talking to them in the kitchen about cooking them food, and I was like, wow, who's this girl? And from then we just started talking. There was some back and forth there, a little bit of a miscommunication in the beginning, but we've been talking for 9 months, and then we ended up getting married. In a month, we met and got married.
Mhm.
And I'm perfectly stoked that God blessed me with her. She's not perfect, neither am I, but she's got all the qualities that's gonna make her perfect. So I'm
For
good.
you. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a wonderful girl. You
She's
did great. You know, we all met her, and nothing but respect. And she's a great gal. And Cha adores her.
Yeah,
Cha really adored her.
she's a good girl.
And
She's a good woman.
I'll tell you, you guys, they came here. You know, we weren't ready. We weren't ready or even able to go, but Cha missed it. She wants. She really enjoys hanging out with Mercy and your wife. Big
Oh yeah,
time.
they all
She
had
loved
fun,
it.
man. Yeah, they all had fun.
She adores them all, both of
Yeah.
them. You know, and I'll tell you something else about Cha. Cha is she's not antisocial at all, but when you first meet her, you might think that she is, but she's just like any other Filipino. At first, she's shy. She just sits back, and when she kind of works her way into it, she
Right.
lets her hair down and goes with the flow. But she absolutely enjoyed being with Mercy and Eve back, you know, when we were there visiting. You
Hmm.
know, I think Chai actually enjoyed it more with those two rather than with all of us.
Kind of amazing how well they all just clicked together. Yeah.
Yeah. So she really adores her a lot, both of them. She got a lot of respect for both of them. And I know she looks up to Mercy. That there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for Evangeline.
Yeah.
I do too. I'm older than Mercy, but I look up to her. I respect
Oh
her
yeah.
because I look at her. See, when I look up to somebody, I don't just base it on just because somebody's old, you know, older or younger. I base it upon the intelligence that they display, their capabilities and the things that they bring. What are you guys laughing about? One thing
Oh,
after the other
Bam.
in the dating
Bam
industry.
got bamboozled.
I
Like
got
what?
bamboozled. So
Bam
anyway,
got bamboozled.
I think you know where I'm going with that. But anyway,
Roger that. I
Sorry,
appreciate it, man. I mean, meeting
I
Cha,
seen it.
she's a smart girl, man. You can tell, no doubt about that. I would say her only downfall would be her choice in men.
Well, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say it.
well,
I was gonna wait
I
for it to leave.
I resemble that
I mean,
remark.
POD, you must have some mad game, bro.
I
I'm
got
telling you.
game.
You got mad game.
I hit the 3-pointer at the buzzer. You know what? You know, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. When we first went to the moon, when we first went out, you're gonna find that Filipinas guys, if you don't know, when you go on your first date, for the most part, they're gonna ask if they can bring a friend. Say yes, and don't be a tightwad. Don't be a tight ass. Pay for her friend's meal too.
I
Come
mean, you're
on.
just taking her to Jollibees, so what the
You know,
shit? You
taking
just
a
suck it up.
jelly. No, that was you, Bam. I took the jelly.
I'll
God
just have
damn
water.
it.
I got
I'll just have
game.
water.
Yeah, just yeah, you know. So what the heck were we talking about? You know, yeah, they're gonna ask to bring a friend. You know, and when Cha and I went to the movies for the very first time, we went with we brought her friend. So I sat on the end, Cha sat in the middle, and her friend sat on the other end. Her Cha was leaning the other way against her friend, and there was just like, even though we were sitting next to each other, it was like a big V gap between us. And I wanted to hold her hand in the worst way, but she didn't. She wouldn't have none of it.
Maybe you're hot.
Maybe I just too damn hot.
Just too
And
hot, man.
I'm not
You
going to
didn't have
go
your
into
towel with you, so you're sweating all over the place.
and I'm not going to go into great detail, of course, because I don't kiss and tell. But the first time we cuddled, she like can't. She kind of. She had like a snowmobile suit on. So if there was any inkling of, getting to first or second base, that shit ain't that blah, 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 that wasn't happening. Sorry, Bill. Yeah, you might be able to squeeze that out of there, but it came at 255.25. So write that down. So anywho, yeah, it was like she was so conservative. She like wore a snowmobile suit. You know, Cha is very conservative. Uh, she made me earn her. She just didn't, and that's one of the things, you guys, I liked about her. She didn't jump into my lap just because I was a foreigner. She didn't care about that, you know. Um, I like
That would
that.
be a huge red flag, man.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
a huge red flag.
If
It
it's
would have
too
been.
easy, that's what I used to tell people. If it's too easy, I don't want none. I mean, if it's that easy,
That's
I
right.
want something I got to work for a little bit. Come on.
Yeah.
Put in that work.
Yeah.
I just think that we're all blessed. And even some of the guys here in the chat are talking about their wives, and it appears to me that they're just as blessed as us. And and
Jen's
you want to be
family got a
happy.
great wife.
Yeah.
Jen is an awesome lady. Got a beautiful child. Yeah.
If you guys, foreigners, if you take a Filipina as your wife, love her. Just love her like there's no tomorrow. And I'll guarantee, and respect her. And I'll guarantee you she'll love you back tenfold. No doubt about it.
I'll sing you to sleep after the loving.
I spilt my drink. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It is.
I
He
spilt my
wasn't
drink.
sweating. He wasn't sweating.
He's sweating bullets.
I can imagine, seeing POD over here when he first came to the Philippines, and he
Dude.
wasn't hip to the towel game yet.
Dude,
I bet he was sweating on everybody.
dude, I can imagine. I was sweating like a slave, dude. I couldn't believe. Like there just wasn't enough armpit deodorant and soap to
Hey, don't leave home without it.
dude. And I brought the good stuff from America. You know what I'm saying? I brought the good stuff, and I still was dying. I would take a shower, and 5 minutes later, I'd smell like a goat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop
Yeah,
up.
man. Their whole age thing, dude, just trips me out. Like after you're 30, you're like a spinster. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's funny,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Like my wife is not young, but she's not old,
Right.
So, but at her age, it's like they never gonna get married at that age. It's like they're like done. Take them to the glue factory. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
That's probably a thing that Filipinos are like, glue factory.
Dude.
That reminds
Exactly.
me.
That's exactly right.
Well, obviously she sees a great guy. Otherwise she wouldn't have married you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jen's family says, okay, who's going to cry first?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds
Um,
me of that.
Men don't cry. We get allergies.
Yeah.
uh,
Kind of reminds me of that scene from that movie, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I'll pan
Shawshank
fry some
Redemption.
dried fish.
You know, they were betting on when they come in, who's going to break down. And that one guy said, that little fat guy right there, and
Oh,
sure
the
as heck,
Shawshank Redemption.
yeah, sure as
Yeah, yeah,
heck, he cried. And then the one guy, you can hear him, and we got a winner.
yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah.
There's
Yeah, I gotta
no
pan fry some
crying.
dried fish to cover up my bo.
Right.
There's
They
no
still think
crying
you're
in
more stinkier. You're like,
baseball.
oh, what the hell? The fish smells good frying in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't get a chance to. I didn't get a chance to experience that in the Philippines, man.
It's good,
I need to
especially
experience
when
that.
you're hanging out with me, because
Yeah, Romans is my favorite book, man. Romans is my
Mhm.
favorite book.
Yeah. Old POD's getting off the snide and getting his button gear. You never know how many days you got left. You want to leave the world in the right way. Nobody is going to remember what you got. How many cars you got in the driveway, what you got in your garage. And people they're not going to talk
Dude,
about that.
the only thing I want people to remember is like, man, Ron still owes me $20. I ain't never gonna get that $20 back. Damn it!
That
He
is
got me. He got me.
that is funny. So, you guys, I'm really excited. We're going to the province the first week of July.
Dude, you've been
We're
doing that a
bringing,
lot, right?
yeah, we kind of had to because of a land deal that we bought,
Good for
got
you, man.
into. Yeah, but here's the thing: we're going there to bring some of her family members back because her sister OFW, her and her partner bought a house 10 minutes from here. So they're going to come here. They're going to clean it all up, this and that, and we're also going to bring back a friend that's 19 years old, and she's going to come live with us, and she's going to help take care of the house, cook, clean, you know, do the laundry, and in return, we're going to put her through college. She has a dream of wanting to go to college and pursue a career. So we said, okay, you come here, you help us, we'll help you. So otherwise, she in the province, she won't have that opportunity because of the family situation. So, and we know her really well. Chad grew up with her family, basically, you know. So yeah, we're excited about that. We'll have her here. We will not treat her like a homemaker. She's family to us. We'll be treated as such, and we're excited about the help that she's going to provide us and putting her through college. So we're really excited about that. You know, balut? No, this old boy don't eat balut.
He's talked. Well, he first asked if he's asked about the fish paste, which is bagaong, and then he asked about balut.
Oh,
Yeah, I've had
Zeke,
bagaong
man, we'll
and
see you.
balut.
bye, Zeke.
All right, Zeke
Yeah.
man. Yeah, but I've had
Bye-bye.
bagaong and balut.
Thanks for
The
distracting.
last time I had bagaong, that thing punched me in the face, man. I was not ready for that. It was bagaong and vegetables fried up. Oh man, I was not prepared. That
You're
was
a
like a
better
judo chop to the neck. Yeah.
you're a better man than me. I would never eat balut.
Yeah, give it a shot, man. You only live once.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, James.
That's
Mulberry
James,
Curly. I want to know who's who. James, who's Mo? Which one of us is Mo,
I'm
Larry, and
definitely
Curly?
curly. I'm definitely curly.
I think it's 3 Curlies, and there's no Mo and Larry.
I was gonna say I would like to be Mo because I don't want to be the dumb one. But
They're all dumb.
when I think about it, yeah, they're all dumb.
They're the Three Stooges, man.
They're all dumb. Oh my goodness. All right,
All right.
gents, family, good night.
All right,
Gents
gents,
family,
family.
we'll see you next time.
Take it easy, man.
Speaking of which, you guys, it's time for me to go too.
Yeah, probably H2H2.
I gotta run.
It was like time for me to go 3 hours ago, man.
Right when you started.
I'm beat. It's like 5 a.m. I've been up all night.
See, that's what
I
you
had a-
get. Mercy's like, I'll ask them to go on your live stream or on the live stream. It's like
I was like, yeah, I'll go on for a little while. I should have known better.
3 hours later.
I should have known better. You and POD on there. I'm gonna be on there forever, man.
When that's what
Well,
happened.
It was a
Got you.
bucket of fun. I had.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, I
It's
had.
really
I
good
had a
seeing you
good
guys,
time.
man. I'm gonna bounce out, bro.
Yeah,
Likewise. All right,
seeing you guys.
H2H. See
Thank
you,
you for
H2H.
hanging out with
Steve,
us.
Den's family,
Everybody
Kevin,
in the
Nash, all you
stream.
guys. Aloha.
Yeah.
See
See
you.
you guys all later. Aloha.
All right.
See you, bro. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bam. Really appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no problem.
Have Mercy schedule another one.
Yeah,
I had
she probably
I had
did.
a good time. I had a good time. All right, everybody in the stream. Good to see ya. Nice meeting some of you. Take good care.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, we'll see you next time, POD. Yeah. If you guys don't know their channels, again, POD is Philippines on Demand. And then H2H is How to Hawaiian. And they are my friends, my brothers from anothers. Thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with us, and all your opinions, whether we agreed or disagreed, whether we read them out loud or not. It's good that participated in this, and we didn't have a real topic set up, but I knew we were going to get at least one, maybe both of them up here. Then also J3 came up for a little bit, so that was awesome. But thank you guys for hanging out with us for the past ever how long you were here, right? We've been going for a little over 3 hours, so I'll get off here. We got new video that was out tonight. It was we received a gift from Philippine Desert Garden or Gardener. I can't remember which one it was. FDG is what I always call it. But check that out as box opening. And then in a couple days, we got a video coming up where we took a boat trip. We were trying to go out to an island, and we were out on the boat, and we had some issues with it, so I called it like Gilligan's Island Part 2 or something. I don't know what I got. 3-hour tour, I think I called it. Yes. Thanks again, Filipina with Attitude, for co-hosting for quite some time there before you took off on me. Yeah, sometimes you got to go make sure the kids get to bed. So thank you, everyone, for coming in and hanging out with us again. If you do watch one of our videos or whatever, even if you could say hello in the comments for us, that helps us out, lets us know. I like to know who's watching. That way, people are watching it, and then they ask me hey, can you do a video about this? I want to make sure they watch some of my other videos before I do a video, something they requested, and they never watch anything, right? You'd be surprised how many people request certain types of video. Can you show me what this looks like, or see what the prices on this currently is, that kind of thing. So, but anyways, leave a comment, give us a old thumbs up. We appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Even earlier, you've seen some of the younger people. I tracked younger people from TikTok. So some of those people come in, some of the younger crowd. So you'll see them. They'll say some weird stuff, and I'll tell them to knock it off. Because at TikTok, they always saying weird stuff to me. So, but anyways, if you are on TikTok, check out the Rileys is the name of my main channel. Also, Santa in the Philippines is another one of my channels. I actually got 3 of them. But Philippines with attitude, if you can go give her a look and see as well, that's my wife Merce. So till next time, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with Check Out the Rileys. Oh, there it is. Check out the Rileys. Bye for now. Have fun. Thank you for the fun Filipino with attitude.